Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night InSaNiTy.
Whoop, whoop,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
InSaNiTy!
I'm so, miserable right now.
Excellent. Well, thanks for dragging your ass out to the show in your state of misery. Or despite your state of misery.
Oh, I wouldn't miss last night if I could help it.
Good. Glad to hear
If
it.
I felt any worse, I probably would have called it.
I don't know about these assholes, but I do appreciate it.
Certainly won't be around after. As soon as the show's done, I'm probably just going to piece the fuck out and go to sleep.
Crash. Yeah. All right.
I'm so tired right now, and it hurt all over again.
I'll probably do something after the show because I only woke up at 5 p.m., so I've only been up for like 4.5 hours, and I just had my breakfast.
So,
This asshole. This one up here. This one.
Hey! Stop that! What is this, the Brady Bunch? All right.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true!
We are doing it. This is it. It's happening. We're doing it. This is it here. So, how's everybody doing this week? Everyone have a good week?
It's alright.
no,
Yeah, one bad.
No.
it's terrible. I was sick all week.
Oh.
First, I had gastro problems because I accidentally ate some wheat while we were streaming that really long stream of
Farming
Simulator.
Farming
Farming Simulator.
Yeah.
Farting simulator.
Farting Simulator 19.
But yeah,
Found out how to do a burrito fart. Check this out.
and it was good yesterday, which is why I streamed yesterday, and then I woke up sick as fucking hell today. So it's just a cold, guys, but it's horrible.
So
it's
you
like
went from
it's
feeling
like the flu,
miserable
actually.
to feeling sick, and it just kind of one
I'm
after
almost
the
over
other.
it in like 4 days, so I'm hopeful.
Well, there you go. Very good.
As long as it's not the actual legit coronavirus.
It's not.
No. Didn't you
Gotta put
know?
someone
Now
to
you know
work.
what it's like, though. Anytime you cough, do you have the, coronavirus?
Yeah, no, go away.
Didn't you know all illnesses are the coronavirus now? In fact, if you go to WebMD now and ask it what your symptoms mean, it's always coronavirus. All right. Anyway, probably just jump
I
right
found
in.
Fart Simulator on Steam.
I'm sure.
There's actually a fart. Oh my
I'm
God.
sure it exists. There's fart soundboards. There's like, if farts are your thing, the internet has you covered. So
Oh, yeah.
there you go.
Farts are funny. That's why.
So
Farts.
It's $1.99.
well, and songs of fart sounds are funny. Because farts are funny.
Why isn't that on your soundboard, bro?
I don't know. It's
Yeah, there's a soundboard idea.
the song of fart sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a part that I'm sure you can do the whole thing. You sung it for a little
I
bit.
can.
there.
I keep meaning to do the clip. I have the full song. I should do that. Actually, the full clip could be one of the really obnoxious, long, annoying ones. I think it's about
Exactly.
I think it's about 5 minutes long. The whole
Holy
thing.
I don't think it'll work 5 minutes without you degrading the quality too much. But I'm sure you can make it really long.
5 minutes. 5 minutes is doable. It's 10 minutes where it really starts to push it. But yeah. All right. Well, we should probably get right into the news here. We got a
Do
nice.
shout outs for the retweets, buddy.
Okay, that's not like an actual thing I do like
Oh.
as a segment.
I thought
I
you
just
did
kind
every
of
week now. I'm
I do
sorry.
it as a courtesy when it occurs to me. Now I feel
Oh.
beholden to it because you mentioned it.
You
So
poor little baby.
thanks Skinslip for the retweet, Skinslip. Thanks
fun.
also to Smeghound, Nate Streamer from Anpaus3. And Major Motoko and Tony Southcott and Smeghound again and Skinslip again and yeah, thank you everybody for the things. Appreciate that for the boosts.
All right, I won't harass you every
Signal
week now.
boosting.
I thought you were making that a thing to help push retweets. Sorry.
No, but please retweet. And you might get a shout out, possibly. But if I forget, don't hate me. I still love you. All right, so news, geeky news. Starting with an announcement from Raptor Rivera. He pointed something out that I think he noticed, and well, he would notice because he's the man who does it every week. Says, before we get into the news, I'd like to announce that the Cram, formerly the Geeky News, celebrates its 1-year anniversary this week. Short and sweet. This doesn't continue without all of you. Thank you. You're very welcome, Raptor, and thank you.
It's only been a year?
It's been a year that we've been doing the Geeky News officially. It used to be we just kind of talk about things that occur to us, and then Raptor, of his own volition, 1 week decided, oh, hey, if you guys are looking for some Geeky News topics, here's some stuff that I wrote down for you. Like, cool.
It's because he can't make it to the show regularly, too. He wanted to be part of the show.
He wanted to be part of the show, and it's wonderful. Yeah, we love our resident dinosaur news hound from New York.
I'll be honest, it's brought a much-needed structure to SNI.
It has. Well, I mean,
it's still chaos, but it's within boundaries.
Well, there's always been, like, we've had a structure to it, but it gave a structure specific to the news portion of it, because that was very haphazard. But all the other things, like, pickups and stuff like that.
Whatever we could fucking remember.
That was always, that's been segmented for a long time. Okay, so, trailers. The official trailer for the latest DC animated movie, Justice...
Oh, good for you!
Thank you. The official trailer for the latest DC animated movie, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. I'm looking forward to this because I love the first Justice League Dark and more Matt Ryan as Constantine. Thank you.
Michael, I'd say it's more like contained chaos more than controlled chaos. It's still wild,
Yeah.
just inside a boundary.
It's chaos in a box.
Chaos in a box, like a cat.
Culminating a 6-year animated journey that began with the release of 2014's Justice League War, the remaining bastions of good, the Justice League, Teen Titans, and Suicide Squad, and assorted others must regroup, strategize, and take the war to Darkseid in order to save the planet and its surviving inhabitants. Well, there you go.
I hear they're done with the connected universe after this, too.
Nice. So they've kind of done an MCU thing, but with the DC animated movies, culminating in a big epic crossover saga.
It's like 12 or 14 movies, too. It's big.
I know. It's big. It's big.
Yeah.
And I think
And they did it right, unlike the rest of Warner Brothers, which you can't seem to figure out. You do small pieces, and like bricks, one at a time, and you build your wall.
I know. You don't just, like, jump in the third movie.
You like try to build a house with, like, right away. Like, you can't build the house without starting with one brick.
You need a foundation.
That's right.
Bricks.
Same as Universal in that monster
Yes.
dark universe. Like, just five times you try to start it.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Apparently, this is the one that stuck, because Invisible Man was
Invisible Man's done very well, apparently. So, yes, just give it
He's
to
doing
Blumhouse,
Frankenstein next.
and there you go. Okay, official trailer for Disney's Artemis Fowl. Artemis Fowl, a young criminal prodigy, hunts down a secret society of fairies to find his missing father. Directed by Kenneth Branagh, and starring the likes of Colin Farrell, Judi Dench, and others. Well, that sounds
I'll
good.
watch anything he directs. He's a good director.
Pretty much, yeah, same here. I like him. His Frankenstein remains one of my favorite Frankensteins.
Actually, the one film I don't like of his.
Really? But it's so good.
I mean, I don't hate it. I just don't love it.
It was one of the more faithful adaptations of the story, too. But,
I know.
Anyway.
I just didn't get into it.
When did you last see it?
About 5 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
I watched that and Bram Stoker as a double feature.
That's
And,
what a lot of people do.
both of them are good movies, but like not something I'll put in the collection.
Bram Stoker's Dracula is one that I find very hit and miss.
Special effects are amazing.
Oh, the visuals are fantastic. It's a very good looking film, but I have I have some issues with some of his take on the story.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves mainly.
Well, Keanu Reeves has talked about that. He said that it was because he was overworked and he wasn't able to put as much.
He cut out for me.
He said it was because he was overworked. He had so many projects. Well, no, don't laugh.
Just cut out again.
It's overworked. He's overworked.
He had so many projects on the go simultaneously that he said by the time he got to Dracula, he was just so burned out from everything, he wasn't able to put his all into it like he would with his other projects. So, so going forward from there, he kind of cut back on how many things he said yes to. So, it's unfortunate. As for Winona Ryder,
I mean,
I don't know what
that
was
wasn't
going
his
on there. I
fault.
love Winona Ryder, but girl, you cannot do an English accent.
Not everybody's perfect, you know.
I know.
I wouldn't even say it was Keanu Reeves' fault. I thought he was
Yeah.
perfectly decent.
He was fine.
It's the director's fault.
I mean,
He
Jonathan
chose
Harker's a
people-
bit of a stiff of a character anyway, so I mean it's
It
fine.
was a big
But-
fucking budget film because it's so bad they could have gotten literally any other actor that was also the main star. You know?
Oh, I know. Well, yeah, exactly. Scarecrow just hire British actors, but because it was an American film, gotta have American actors in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, they film it in Britain. They did that with the Star Wars movies, and that's how we got a nice British Empire. So if they were British, they were evil.
That's right.
That was
British
because
people
he
are
loved
evil.
Hammer films too.
Yeah, Hammer Films. Well, Hammer was a British studio too, though. So it was
Yeah,
like-
I know. I'm saying like that's the reason why we get so many fucking people in there from Britain because
Oh, yeah.
they're all former Hammer actors that Lucas loved. You know.
Oh yeah. Well,
Player-
Empire Strikes Back especially, you get a lot of actors who were big British actors at the time, and not just from Hammer, but also a lot from Doctor Who are in that
I was
one
going to ask
actually.
if there's any
Yeah.
Doctor Who crossover.
There's
Actually,
there's so much. There's
so I know
so
there's some reference to some of the
there's
gadgets.
so many actors in Empire especially from who have been in Doctor Who, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, official teaser for the HBO limited series I Know This Much Is True. Starring Mark Ruffalo playing twin brothers, middle-aged Dominic Birdsey recounts his troubled relationship with Thomas, his paranoid schizophrenic twin brother, and his efforts to get him released from an asylum.
Pardon me.
Written and directed by Derek Chien France, who also helmed Blue Valentine and The Place Beyond the Pines.
I have one other thing to add to the memorandum. Let's go up for it.
What?
I forgot to tag Raptor. It's my bad.
Okay. Final trailer for Warner Brothers Animation's Scoob, featuring the first look at the Blue Falcon, voiced by Mark Wahlberg, and Dynomutt, voiced by Ken Jeong. Very cool. I watched the trailer for that. Actually, it looks like fun.
I only saw the first trailer, but that was enough to sell me. I was like, yeah, I want to see this.
There you go.
Yeah, looks like fun.
One of my favorite actors died. I'm so sad.
Well, we'll add it
That's
to
right,
the
add it to the end.
Add it to the obits. Yeah. Final trailer for. Oh, I already read that. Official trailer for the animated feature Connected. Kate Mitchell is accepted into the film school of her dreams. Her whole family drives Katie to school together when their plans are interrupted by a tech uprising. The Mitchell. Oh, I saw the trailer for this. Yeah, this looks really good, actually. The Mitchells will have to work together to save the world. Produced by Phil Lord's Christopher Miller and directed by Mike Rianda, who previously worked on the Disney series Gravity Falls. Yeah, this one looks really good, and I like the fact that it's more kind of stylized characters rather than trying to go for more realistic characters like I've seen a lot of CG films. It has an interesting look to it, and it looks genuinely funny and, heartwarming
I haven't seen it
and
yet.
stuff.
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
It looks good. I'm definitely down to check that one out. Looks like fun.
Dude, anything Mark Ruffalo's in, watch it.
Mark Ruffalo's in the 2 items ago. But
Oh,
yes.
sorry. Hey, I have issues in the brain. You gotta forgive me.
And yes, I would like to see that Mark Ruffalo one too.
I haven't seen many trailers this week, so.
Official trailer for the second season of the Vice TV series Dark Side of the Ring. Narrated by Chris Jericho, this new season will pull back the curtain and dig deep into some of pro wrestling's biggest and most tragic controversies, including the Chris Benoit incident, the death of Owen Hart, and others, premiering March 24th.
Big season.
Yeah,
These are all the
sounds
things
like
people really wanted last season.
interesting. I might actually be interested in checking that
It's
out too.
really fucking good.
Yeah.
I actually think you would like it because it's
Yeah.
just stories about the ring. Like, see, I don't
Yeah.
like watching sports, but I'll watch a sports documentary because
Yeah.
they dramatize the events and it
Yeah.
sounds it's so cool and exciting. And it's not that exciting when you watch it. It's
Yeah.
most sports.
But
Me.
but yeah, no, I'll probably check that out. Official trailer for the out there sci-fi comedy Butt Boy. Well, I'm sold just based on the title.
Oh my god.
After a child goes missing, a newly sober detective suspects that his sponsor has a superpower that makes animals, objects, and humans disappear into his butt.
Listen, That goes a little bit too far for me, but
Now-
I think I'll go watch Swiss Army.
Now,
Man.
isn't that going to make him want to go back to drinking? Just saying. Okay. So
Refer
what,
back
does he
to the
suspect
alien.
that the missing child has gone up the guy's butt?
This got weird.
That sounds really weird. Anyway,
I'm just.
on a similar note, official trailer for the war film Greyhound. During World War II, a U.S. Navy skipper must lead an Allied convoy being stalked by a Nazi U-boat wolf packs, starring Tom Hanks. And there are nothing going into people's butts in that one, I'm assuming.
Sold. Sold. Tom Hanks sold.
War
I was just
movie
gonna
with
say, I was
Tom
thinking
Hanks.
of-
Rarely
Sold.
does a bad movie.
Yeah,
Bruce
true.
Almighty with "Hello, anal dwelling butt monkey."
Oh god.
Like if
Time,
Tom Hanks
time
is
to
in
go
it,
home.
if Tom Hanks is in it and it's outside the 90s, there's a good chance it's pretty fucking good. He's been really choosy about his
That's
roles
true.
since 2000.
That's
Tom
right.
Hanks, funny guy, yeah.
His Mr. Rogers movie is out on Blu-ray now, by the way.
Oh yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
get that.
I don't know where you're
I'd really
going
like to
with
get that. Yeah.
Tom Hanks, yeah, funny guy, Tom Hanks.
Everything he
is
says is hilarious.
I have AIDS.
Yeah.
Butt Boy, the sequel to Bubble Boy you never wanted.
Oh boy. Official trailer for Fangoria's horror comedy Porno. When five teen employees at the local movie theater in a small Christian town discover a mysterious old film hidden in its basement, they unleash an alluring succubus who gives them a sex education written in blood.
Just so you guys know,
Interesting.
you know how we always say there's one or two movies every year that's gonna be one of them. It's getting lots of rave right now. So
Really? Cool. All right,
Yep.
check that out. Official trailer for the second season of the Netflix original series Kingdom. In a kingdom defeated
So
by
good.
corruption and famine, a mysterious rumor of the king's death spreads, as does a strange plague that renders the infected immune to death and hungry for flesh. Season 2 streams on Netflix beginning March 13th.
it's running zombie set in medieval China or Korea. I can't remember what word. Korea. Sorry for being racist.
And that's it for the trailers this week. And then we got movie TV news. Filmmaker Matt Reeves revealed the first look at the brand new Batmobile being used for his 1920-21 Batman film. It's not the 1900s anymore.
It looks so good.
Yeah,
It looks like
and a lot of people were like, doesn't look Batmobile-y enough. Blah, 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 blah. Just looks like a regular car. And it exposed... Yeah, I bet that exposed engine in the front will be really effective against repelling bullets.
No, you idiot.
So what I did was I went on to BatmobileHistory.com and I pulled about 30 or so pictures of Batmobiles from the 60s through to the 90s that look very similar to that particular Batmobile. And that tweet got a lot of traction, actually. A lot of people liked it.
In particular, the Jason Todd era Batmobile is what it looks like the most,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Yes,
But
it looks very much like that. The one that
looks
Jason
like the
Todd
Batmobile, the wheel was taken.
took the wheels off. Yeah,
How cool would it be?
I included a
How
picture of that.
Oh my god, just imagine the teaser at the end of the movie. It's Batman comes down from a roof and he looks over and the Batmobile has no wheels.
Oh, yeah.
And he comes around, there's a kid taking the last wheel, and he's like, and
Yeah.
that's all, and then just
And
black.
that's the end.
Fans will know.
Yeah.
Fans will fucking know.
But, oh.
I really want that.
It interrupted me and I lost my train of thought again.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah, it basically just said a lot of people have been saying that the new Batmobile doesn't look Batmobile-y again. The comics disagree with you.
Yeah. The first Batmobile.
the Batmobile looks badass.
So I posted a bunch of pictures of all these different Batmobiles, and then, of course, a link to BatmobileHistory.com, which is a wonderful site that literally is exactly what it says it is. It's a history of every single Batmobile ever, from the very first one in Detective Comics number 27 through all the movies, TV shows, games, cartoons, everything. Every Batmobile ever.
I'm halfway through a project where I was building the Jason Todd Batmobile out of Lego. I actually streamed part of it, like last year at some point.
Very
But
good.
it's going to be on hold until I have space to actually be creative, because this is really hard to navigate through. I have to,
Yeah.
pick tons of tubs up and get to one tub at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for the pieces, yeah. So what
It's
were
wedged
you,
in the corner because it's the only place
what
I
were
can
you
put
saying, Garbage Gamer?
Well, I was saying something.
Oh, I thought you were.
I thought
Sorry.
you were. Okay, never mind.
If I was, I don't remember.
Okay, cool.
It's not a Ford Mustang. It looks like a Dodge Charger, actually.
So, due to concerns over the coronavirus epidemic, as Skinslip Pixar knows.
It's Freshman. Only this. That's all I did.
I know. I'm joking. Confirmed. No. Wait a minute. MGM Studios has decided to push the release date of the upcoming 007 film No Time to Die from April to November of this year. So they're concerned people will be too sick to go see the movie? Is that what's going on there?
Too thick? Is that what you said?
Totally too thick.
Sick.
Thick in the head, yeah.
They're canceling
Too
convention.
dumb thick.
Yeah,
the
the
movie
canceling
has a
convention is good.
plot that has something to do with fucking disease, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
They canceled Emerald City Comic Con, I think.
Wow. That's crazy.
And like a few, like I said in the pre-show. I'm sorry, what?
Wasn't that the one that made it through Emerald City Comic Con?
No, I think I think they just announced it ending, but a lot of people are just leaving and not going anyway.
Yeah.
One convention, a smaller one, actually disallowed an Asian creator to go, and he blasted them on Twitter. Of course.
Oh, well,
Deservedly so.
yeah. Simply because he was Asian. Like that's
Yeah, that's just racist.
It's ridiculous.
People be sick to see the movie, brah.
Actress Tessa Thompson confirmed that her Thor Love and Thunder co-star Christian Bale will indeed be playing the villain in the upcoming MCU venture. Very nice. Looking forward to that.
What a great actor.
It's another Taika Waititi, isn't it? Doing that one?
Yeah, he's directing that one.
Oh, can't wait. I'm basically down for anything he does at this point because he's just amazing.
Oh man,
He's
who could
funny.
he be? What do you guys think?
I don't know.
He's got a pretty good physique, so he could be a muscular character.
Well,
you
he's
know?
a
What do you mean?
chameleon. He can be
Christian
skinny.
Bale.
He can be muscular. He can be pretty much anything.
No, right now I think he has a fairly muscular build. Right, like
I don't
currently.
really know Thor villains. That's the problem. I've never really followed the
I
comics.
think he's going to be the bad guy.
Me too. He'll be that bad guy that Thor fights a lot,
Surfer,
Yeah.
maybe.
and he'll probably hit him with his hammer.
Maybe he'll be like the king of the trolls.
He'll hit him with Mognire.
Mognire.
I think it'd be cool if he was like
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir is the other good one.
Mjolnir. Yes. Mjolnir.
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 I actually heard someone call it Mognire. And I'm like,
Mognire. I love his hammer called Mognire. Yeah.
Oh, Comic-Con organizing us. They're postponing the convention until summer. Ah, there we go. They're postponing until summer.
Oh, this is interesting. Especially with the Netflix series currently in the works as well. This summer, you'll be able to hear Neil Gaiman read The Sandman to you with a full audio production from Audible. Presented as a multi-part Audible original audio drama series, the production hopes to bring Gaiman's classic comic series to life via a meticulously sound-designed, richly immersive audio.
Okay, but
And the Netflix series.
delicious.
There's
Then you miss all the delicious, amazing artwork in the fucking Sandman series.
What?
I mean,
That's
just
okay.
saying. Just saying.
Adaptation. Jesus Christ.
Adaptation. I was like,
The artwork is
Adaptation.
lovely, but the story is the main thing.
Adaptions. Say it wrong.
It's a good
Okay.
adaptation.
Vocadoo, man. Fresh Vocadoo.
Somebody
Don't
just
forget.
grab Stout's head and stop it from shaking.
Other viewers, right?
Free Shavakadu!
Free Shavakadu.
Fresh Avocado. Fresh.
Fresh.
Oh,
Fresh
but
Avocado.
it's free.
Fresh. It's
It
free.
says free. A fresh, I'm pretty sure.
says
On the
free.
sign in the video.
No.
I know, but the
Both things. That's
It's
true. You
fresh-
couldn't
It's
read
free
it.
with
what it's
one
supposed
each.
to be saying is fresh avocado,
Oh my God.
but it really says free Shavakadu. That is how it is
Ow.
spaced.
And yes, Info Guy, good adaptations are hard to do.
Yes. Amblin Television have begun development on a live-action Jurassic World series. Oh, that's interesting. I was not expecting that. Not much is
That just wet my
known.
britches.
Not much is known at this time. However, the series has enlisted Jurassic alumni Colin Trevorrow and Steven Spielberg as producers, alongside newcomers Justin Falvey and Daryl Frank, the co-presidents of Amblin Television. The series is set to take place within the same continuity as the Jurassic Saga and will tie into the upcoming Jurassic World Dominion. So there you go. A Jurassic World mini cinematic universe. Yeah.
I mean,
I
More
need to get
dino-
caught up on
I'm
those.
like, that sounds awesome. I'm also like, God damn it, another series to watch?
Yeah, I know. It's just
Can you please invent immortality first?
there's literally too much content to consume
Please
now.
invent immortality before releasing any more shows. I can't watch them all. And that
I
upsets
know.
me.
Hey, there's more. Amazon Prime Video is set to bring back new episodes of the... Oh, I'm watching the shit out of this. New episodes of the critically acclaimed cult sketch series from Canada, The Kids in the Hall. Yes.
Yep.
I shit my pants when I saw the announcement. I was like, oh my god, more head crushing. Yes. This marks... This marks the first Canadian Amazon original series. The original kids, Dave Foley, Kevin McDonald, Bruce McCullough, Mark McKinney, and Scott Thompson, are all set to return for 8 episodes, and they will reprise fan favorite characters from the series, which originally ran from 1989 to 1995 on CBC in Canada. If anyone wants to gift me the complete series DVD set from Mill Creek, I'll be most appreciative. I've been waffling on it for ages, and I would love to sit down and rewatch all 110 episodes.
Yeah, you're actually not far off.
Extremely Fat Burb in the chat, like one of my flock members, 25 years ago introduced Kids in the Hall.
Wow.
Because she used to be one of the people who recorded everything off TV.
Oh, yeah. I used to record quite a few episodes of that, too.
Not everything.
All I
lots
have
of
to
stuff.
say is,
Yeah.
there's something in my eye.
It's from the movie, yeah. And, hey, Paramount, now that you're kind of starting to get your shit together a little bit, maybe, kind of, sort of, can we please get Brain Candy on Blu-ray? Please?
We might. We merged the physical divisions with Universal.
Oh.
Or no, was that Universal and Sony?
It would be such a nice tie-in with the new series coming out. Like, come on. That movie doesn't get nearly enough love. I love that movie.
Agree.
It's so dark, and that's what I
Well,
love
it's
about
so
it.
fucking dark. I didn't understand it as a kid. I thought it was really stupid, and then I watched it like
A lot of people
as a teen,
did.
I should say.
It's well, the thing
But like,
is,
like 5 years later, I had experienced enough life to understand. Like, oh, okay, I see what's going on.
It's
here.
all about depression and people with depression, and,
Yep.
and it's wonderful. Can relate on far too many levels. So let's see here. Mere weeks after winning an Oscar for penning Jojo Rabbit, Taika Waititi is jumping into the world of Roald Dahl for Netflix, closing a deal to write, direct, and executive produce 2 original animated series based on the celebrated author's works. The first series will be based on the world and characters of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oh, will we finally get Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator? Because that would be great. I would love to see
That would be lovely,
the
please.
actual full story. It's 2 books. It's not just 1. It's 2. And I would love
And
to...
it's a series, so you can definitely do this.
Yeah, exactly.
You have the time now.
While the second is described as a wholly original take on the Oompa Loompas, the small song-loving humans who worked in Willy Wonka's infamous factory. So
Hopefully less creepy.
Backstory?
we're going to get an Oompa Loompa backstory.
Hopefully less creepy
Excellent.
than slave labor, some weird cloned creatures.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't normally say that. Granted. Somebody's going to clip that, and you should, by the way. You absolutely should. I hope it is slave labor. But,
I hope.
It's already been, like, explained in that way before.
Which is why I don't think they should do it. I think they should instead make commentary about low wages, fair wages instead.
Yeah.
But
being
also
paid fairly.
dark and twisted.
Which means they don't get what they want, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. James Wan and Universal Pictures sold, whatever it is, I'm sold, are teaming up for a monster movie. Sources say the story takes its cues from Universal's classic monster legacy and shines it through a modern prism. The story will focus on a group of teens who discover that a neighbor is building a monster in his basement. Spoiler, the monster gets loose.
That sounds a lot like a remake of the Monster Squad, too, doesn't it?
It does kind of, yeah.
Universal owns
Which
that.
itself was kind of shining a modern lens through to the classic monsters.
I love that movie, even with the really uncomfortable language in the first 20 minutes.
Okay. Robbie Thompson, a longtime writer and co-exec producer on CW's Supernatural, is penning the script for the untitled horror thriller. Juan will be producing this project, not directing. So there you go. But that's okay. It'll still be. So that's the kind of producer I like. One that has creative bones in his body and can give valuable input. You know.
He also doesn't step on other artists because he knows what it's like.
Exactly. See, this is the
he only
importance.
steps on when it actually needs to happen.
Yeah, it's like directors who used to be actors. They know how to talk to actors because they've been actors.
Some of them.
Managers who've worked as cashiers and shelf stockers, they know how to deal with employees because they've been on the other end. You know, all that good stuff. Anyway, let's see. Scott Derrickson and C. Robert Cargill, the director and writer of Doctor Strange, are set to tackle a film based on the mysterious Bermuda Triangle. Bermuda is set to have Chris Evans in the leading role. In a bit of filmmaking irony, Sam Raimi was at one point at the helm for Bermuda, and now he's on the docket to direct the Doctor Strange sequel. Well, there you go. So they kind of swapped projects.
Yeah, we did.
That's funny.
I'm really looking forward to Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
I really
for sure.
I want him to come back and be like awesome.
Yeah, well, also I think he's the kind of director who can bring the humor as well as the horror aspect of it. You know.
All his movies are comic book movies already.
Pretty much, yeah.
They're all slapstick, silly.
Dude, Darkman. Like, I mean...
Darkman. Oh my god, not only is Darkman a great superhero film,
yeah.
There's a sequence where he's in a construction site, and there's like a helicopter spinning around, and the camera moves around him.
Yeah.
Look up how that was made. That is one of the most complex shots ever put to film at the time.
Nice.
And it was something that hadn't been reproduced since 1911 for another movie.
That's great. Which sequence was it?
Where he's fighting the bad guy in the construction site.
Okay.
High up. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all done with this weird process with back. There's like a back. They film like a backdrop and it moves with them and it's all like controlled with the computer in time, but like they didn't have they don't have the same stuff they had here, so they had to struggle and get it and practice it a bunch of times.
See, now they could use one of those big friggin' video screens that they use for the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, that's exactly the next evolution of that.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
Same technology,
and a much easier to use. And
same effect, same technology.
Exactly.
And of course, what I have to say to that is that would be just fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Just fine. Yep.
How long has it been since you fuckers watched Darkman? Jesus.
About 6 years.
About 20 years.
It's so good.
The last time I watched it was when I had it on Laserdisc, and that was about 20 years ago. It's 20 years.
When he puts on, I don't want to give it away because
I've been on this island for 20 years.
Pretends to be somebody else, and he's using a recording of them to sound like them.
Oh yes,
and it ends up like repeating over and over again, and it repeats over and over again. That would be just fine.
Okay. Okay.
That would be just fine. That would be just fine. I remember right now. Yeah.
I don't remember, but I'll take your word for it.
Yes, it's been 20 years. You don't have it, right?
No, I have the Scream Factory one.
Oh, we should totally watch it someday.
What I don't have is the double feature of the sequels. I need to get that one still.
Me either.
Yeah.
I need to get those two.
I need to get that. And
I think they're out of print, honestly.
Soon, because... Fuck, now I have to check. God damn it.
I just want Darkman Die for the title alone.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, I saw they were on TV all the time.
I never saw the sequels.
I used to have those
uncut.
I used to have those on Laserdisc as well. I actually got them when they first. I got them on Laserdisc when they first came out, and I just got all three of them together.
You know what I want?
There is
Michael. Sorry, go ahead.
There is a cheap Darkman trilogy set if the Scream Factory one is unavailable.
That's true.
So,
Michael, who I want him to play Howard the Duck.
Oh no, they're still available and they're cheap. They're only $15 each.
Here's the thing: Howard the Duck is a nexus of all worlds. He's a living nexus of that's why trouble keeps happening to him. That's the whole premise of the character. Yes. At this time in the Marvel Universe, I don't know about the original. I haven't read that ever.
That would be awesome. I have to agree with you. That'd be awesome.
But Bruce Campbell as Howard the Duck would be.
That's inspired casting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Okie dokie. Back to the news. Here we go. This one. Craig Mazin, the creator of the acclaimed limited series Chernobyl, is re-teaming with HBO to adapt the hit video game The Last of Us. Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
In a rare development in the world of video game adaptations, the writer and creative director of the game, Neil Druckmann, is also involved and will work with Mazin to pen and executive produce what is intended to be a series. Well, I'm going to watch the shit out of that.
That was really hyped this week. Everyone was retweeting that.
More fucking series.
Raptor's recommendation, seek out Chernobyl, but do not watch all 5 episodes in one go. It will burn you the hell out.
Speaking of series, I still need to watch.
Yeah, I still need to watch that too, actually. Disney Pixar's fantasy road trip Onward and The Way Back, a story about a sober basketball coach seeking redemption and art imitating life scenarios starring Ben Affleck, both hit theaters this week. There you go.
Cool. Yeah. The
In
animated film looks pretty neat.
yeah, well, I mean, Pixar
Onward.
Pixar is generally pretty trustworthy. They do good stuff.
Yeah.
There's also a an asylum film called like Downward already.
Downward.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Southward or
With
something.
like
Yeah, it's
horrible CG.
Oh, it looks so bad. Probably made in Eastern European,
Made in
Eastern Europe somewhere, but
in like a week. All right. In memoriam,
oh, Onward was wonderful. Apparently,
Luis Alfonso Mendoza, Mexican voice actor, voice director, and announcer. He was known as the Latin American dub for Gohan in Dragon Ball Z, Daniel LaRusso in the Karate Kid films, Count Duckula and Leonardo from the 80s Turtles series, and many others. So he was the Mexican voice actor, I guess Spanish voice
was there a
actor
Karate Kid
for them.
cartoon?
There was a Karate Kid cartoon, yeah.
Holy Christ!
Yeah.
Oh God!
Add that one to
Okay.
the list. Okay.
Someone add that to the SMF channel.
All right. Frank McLaughlin, comic book artist who started in the 1960s. McLaughlin was best known for his work at Charlton Comics, where he broke into the industry and co-created the character Judo Master, partially based on his own study of martial arts. He also went on to work at DC, Marvel, Valiant, and Archie, where he worked on Adventure Comics, Justice League Defenders, Captain America, and more.
And sometime in the mid 2000s, Judo Master, who had been part of the DC universe for a while, just not used, actually is made an official member of the JSA. So he's on a team now.
We also lost Nicholas Tucci, young actor known for roles in 2011's You're Next and the sci-fi series Channel Zero. Wow, what happened? He was like really young. Wow, it's always such a shame when the young ones die. You know, they just didn't get a chance to live their whole lives. This one, I think we were all feeling this one. David Wise passed away this week. Accomplished animated series writer for the 80s TMNT series, the G1 Transformers series, Gem and the Holograms, He-Man, Mighty Orbots, Batman the Animated Series, and many, many more. Pretty much all the DVD sets of all those shows have an interview with him in there somewhere. And, yeah, I remember him being miffed that he wasn't asked to do an interview for one of them, too. And he's like, hello? I only wrote, like, a dozen episodes for that show. Like, hello?
Hello,
But, I'm available. I'm here, but...
I'm bored.
So, yeah, David Wise will definitely be missed, especially for all us 80s cartoon fans who grew up enjoying his stories in our many, many favorite shows. We also...
Beautiful, magnificent bastard.
Yes. And we also lost James Lipton this week. American writer, lyricist, actor, and he was the executive producer, writer, and host of the Bravo cable TV show Inside the Actors Studio, which is one pretty much everybody, I think, has at least heard of. If they didn't watch, they're at least aware of it. From the
It was on TV a lot in the 90s and early 2000s.
From the show's inception in 1994 until his retirement in 2018. It says... Raptor's recommendation says, seek out the episodes where he interviews the cast of Family Guy and The Simpsons. Oh, and his episode with Robin Williams, but that goes without saying.
Oh my god, his episode with Robin Williams will make you cry because he just talks about his real, true feelings about life and shit. God, it's really dark, but like.
So you had one to add, Chance?
Yes. David Paul of the Barbarian Brothers died in his sleep at 62. I am a huge fan of Barbarian Brothers, as everyone who follows my channel knows. I use like several voice lines from their movies on my stream deck.
Oh, they're great.
I mean, like they meant the world to me, and I actually fucking had to hold back tears while writing that fucking post because, God, no one was talking about it, and someone has to know that he's gone. That sucks. And his twin brother's still here.
Well,
but David Paul had spent a few years homeless, so that was so his body had been through a lot in his life.
So something
there's drug use apparently,
just didn't work. Apparently,
some other stuff.
anymore.
But he became religious near the end, so he had like cleaned up and was trying to help other people and all that stuff. So rest in peace, David Paul. You were a hero of mine.
Yeah, I would like to add, not another death, but
no,
but sorry, but just wanted to add another episode of Inside the Actor Studio that people need to seek out and watch, and that's the interview that he did with Kevin Spacey.
Oh, okay.
And that's the one where you find out that he's he does incredible impressions.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he does them on stage for him, where he does like pseudo interviews with other actors with Kevin Spacey doing the impression.
Nice.
And it's just they're incredibly good.
Yeah, I remember I think the first I had seen some of the Barbarian Brothers movies. I know they were kind of the kings of like direct-to-video VHS release movies.
4 specific movies they did that they starred in.
Yeah.
We will be covering Twin Sitters, my favorite and their best one, on a movie gangbang because I got to show you guys this. Someone has to witness this. It's wild.
Where I think I first really heard of them was in a deleted scene that they did for Natural Born Killers.
Yeah,
where
most famous thing they did.
Yeah, where Mickey and Mallory broke into their house and proceeded to kill them both, and were in the process of dismembering them, and then they recognized it's like, wait a minute, it's the Barbarian Brothers. We love you guys. Oh, thanks. But it's a hilarious scene, but it just wasn't quite right, and he couldn't quite find a place to slot it in, so Oliver Stone cut it. But it is in the deleted scenes section, and
warms my heart that Oliver Stone loved the Barbarian Brothers. It warms my heart so much because
absolutely,
God, you have to understand, Twin Sitters is a Home Alone-esque, not Home Alone, more like a Mr. Nanny-esque thing, but with two twins who are, by the way, in real life dressing themselves in their own outfits, and they're fucking wild outfits. They're like, who would wear this kind of outfits? The whole movie. There's all sorts of silly shit happening. It's way worth your time seeing. Thank you, Stoudman, for finding it for me.
Well, there you go. All right.
My homage to David Paul.
So, video game news.
Game news.
Welcome to the gaming news. Cue the off-tune Jurassic Park music. Oh, welcome to the gaming news.
What is that? King Kong in there? And my favorite joke from a spoof comic from Disney Adventures of all things was right afterwards. Ian Hammond said, "No, we had that at the California park." Oh, hey.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of like foreshadowing. It's a joke, but it's foreshadowing the fact that they actually did do that in the second movie.
Yes, it says this is GNN.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
In the gaming world that happened this past week or so, because it kind of bleeds over. The 15-year-long mod project later turned official product. Black Mesa finally got an official launch trailer.
Oh wow.
Going back 15 years, this group have been slowly working away at it, and then they got the initial launch trailer, and I believe it got released.
Now this is a Half-Life tie-in?
This is a complete remake of the first Half-Life game.
Oh.
From the ground up, using the newest Source engine.
Nice, because we don't really have the first Half-Life, do we? We have Half-Life 2 and all its add-ons.
Yeah, we have Half-Life 2. I mean, we do have the first Half-Life you could play in its original form.
Yeah.
And we have an upgraded, slightly upgraded version of it. But this is a complete redesign using the Source engine like I said, it's been a mod for 15 years.
Valve blessed it apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, and it got an official blessing, and it's
rare,
being
by the way.
it's
Very
released on
Yeah.
Steam. And
Most companies sue people.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
want like a
Or
deep
cease and
dive
desist
into
orders.
like exactly the technology that they're using and the kind of stuff they're using in it, Digital Foundry did an absolutely incredible video just breaking down everything about it, and that's how I heard about it, and it looks amazing.
Manic,
Definitely worth it if you're a Half-Life fan.
Manic Prime asks, if you have Half-Life and Half-Life 2, do you have Full Life?
Well, like consequences, maybe.
Full life consequences. That's
I think it was
right.
a Gmod mod.
Everybody know. Okay.
Wasn't that a Gmod mod video that
Portal
that was
3?
from?
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Portal 3. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No. It was a Gmod thing. Yes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. No. We won't get a Portal 3. We won't get a Half-Life 3. Nor will we get a Left 4 Dead 3. Didn't you know? Valve only does duologies. They don't do trilogies.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we even got Half-Life 2 episodes 1 and 2. There's no episode 3.
Yeah,
True.
you can't count past 2.
That's right.
3 scares them.
They go,
They
they go
have a phobia of
1,
3.
2, duh.
It's like
That's okay.
1, 2. Okay, new game. 1,
Yep.
2. Okay, new game. 1, 2.
Pretty much.
Alright, yeah. So actually, a lot of just reveal and announcement trailers this week, mostly. We got an announcement trailer for Amnesia Rebirth, which is I guess an HD remake of the original Amnesia, from what I understand.
I can play my game.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought it was
Yeah.
a new game.
No, it's
Oh.
a rebirth.
So it's
It's
just like a remaster of the first game.
It's a remaster of the first game,
Have
yeah,
you played it,
using
Sean?
newer tech on it.
I played the first. Well, both
okay.
of them. Yeah.
Right.
They were scary as hell. The first one
we
was
finally
scarier.
got a story trailer for Ghost of Tsushima, or Tsushima?
Tsushima.
Is it Tsushima?
Tsushima.
Yeah, we finally got the story trailer of it,
Tsushima?
and yeah, that's gonna be one to grab.
Might be a short.
Holy crap!
Just gonna say that's very true, boring info guy. I remember my friends and I talking about that at the time. How Street Fighter 2, like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2 Turbo
Fighter
Edition,
Alpha.
Street Fighter 2. Yeah, it's just like endless
Alpha Third
variations
Strike,
of
maybe
Street
Third
Fighter
Strike
2. And then, what was it? A friend of mine went to an arcade, and they had a big thing that said, Street Fighter 3, now in! So he went, oh, wow, there's finally a Street Fighter 3. So he goes in, and it's just one of the Street Fighter 2s with a 3 pasted onto the marquee.
Oh god! It wasn't even like the actual Third Strike title, which would make sense.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 3 Third
So,
Strike.
they did eventually do a Street Fighter 3, but it was a long time later. Like, I actually lost track of how many Street Fighter 2s there were. They
They
just
did a
seemed
lot
like,
of 2D games. I wish they'd do
Yeah.
back to 2D games.
it seemed like every other week they had a new variation of it, and it's like, oh, still Street Fighter 2?
But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima looks really, really good.
Yeah, I was actually shocked. I was expecting it to be like just a bunch of like
Yeah, it
nothing
took-
trailer, but no, that looks really good.
Yeah, it took them like almost 30 years just to get up to 5.
Yeah, I know.
There's so many variations.
Let's see. The next one is a documentary about a video game.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting a Earthbound documentary called
Oh.
Mother to Earth,
Interesting.
saw
with
that.
the official trailer for it, and yeah, it's just documenting the history from the very first game, Mother, up to its release of Mother 3 for the GBA. Kind of just its whole history of development and its influence on the world and gaming as we know it.
It's the end of the world of gaming as
Look at
we
the
know it.
This one has been a big thing all over YouTube and all over everybody. Final Fantasy VII Remake has a demo that is
Yes.
available for free, and everyone's been playing the crap out of
I
it.
should probably grab that.
I had, like,
And they, alongside of it, they officially announced that it has gone gold.
Wow.
Yeah, good for them, man. They worked hard on it.
Yeah.
So it
It
is.
looks beautiful. It's just not
This,
mechanical.
at least this episode of it is ready to go.
Nice.
EX plus alpha. Thank you, Ross. That's the one I couldn't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have
So-
to.
so,
I'll have
yeah.
to grab that and stream the shit out of it. So stay
Yeah.
tuned.
Oh, yeah.
Please, because I
Everyone
probably won't
really-
play it.
Yeah.
Everyone has been turned off by the fact that it's going to be coming out in chapters and whatnot.
Whatever.
So
But I don't have a problem with that because the original game came on 3 fucking discs.
Yes.
right?
So if they're
It'll be much easier to digest.
Yep.
faster, then it fits. It makes sense.
Well, and you can just kind of take your time. And, you know, it's like, okay, well, we can't go to the next part of the story, so I'm just going to grind for a while until the next episode comes out, you know, and then just...
Stewie, there's
do
lots
that.
of demos that get released, but
Explore
there's
more.
never really any fanfare for demos.
No, no, yeah. The whole idea of
The first time
advertising
all-
a demo is
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of gone.
This is the
So
Thankfully,
this is a yeah. I was gonna say this is a very rare occasion with a very
Now.
special series and a very special
Yeah.
game.
it used to happen
You
all the
know.
time, but now it doesn't happen.
Yeah, this is getting a
Demos-
lot of press and
yeah.
a lot of news. So yeah,
There's
it's a
still
big thing, big deal.
But yeah, it is a rarity.
there's
to get
still a fair
demo
amount of
advertised.
demos that come out, but nowhere near like it used to be. I mean, you remember my
No.
first impressions on YouTube's on the
Every
YouTube.
YouTube had a demo back in the day.
Everything.
I used to do first impressions videos of demos all the time, like basically just to try out a game. My logic was they're free, and I can at least get a taste for all these different games and have a variety of them for content. So you know, the-
Yeah, and there's still
Oh,
tons of
with
demos
all the-
available on the PlayStation Store.
with all the
Store, it's not advertised.
all the glitches that are
Yes.
only present in the demo, but
giant hole in
to
the
be
ground.
fair,
you know.
God, I lost my thought. Last
Major Toko
Vanquish
mentions
demo, yes.
yeah, the Vanquish demo. I remember you playing that.
And-
It's like demos are not. We've been saying demos are not a very frequent thing anymore. At least not with big companies like Square Enix.
Yeah.
So I'm actually thinking the success and popularity of this demo might bring back the demo in a sort of way. It might
fingers
bring.
crossed.
Yeah,
It might
maybe.
convince a lot of companies actually this still works and can still sell games.
Yeah.
So
It's a really good marketing tool.
Yeah, give people a taste of what they want to buy. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's always been a
Try
pretty
before you buy.
you know, it's always been a pretty no-brainer situation for a lot of people. You know,
Hey, thanks, Major Mitoko.
did you just buy Final Fantasy VII? Major Tokyo? Did you?
He might have bought. Maybe he bought Vanquish. I don't know because he just remembered Vanquish.
I mean, there is. I mean, little added thing. There is the 10th anniversary
Remaster.
Vanquish remaster
Yep.
that comes with Bayonetta
Yep.
I
I
want
would,
on the
Vanquish.
I would
PS4.
love to get that
Fracture.
because I don't actually have Bayonetta on any platform.
I might actually
But
grab it too. I mean,
I
I
do have
have Bayonetta
Vanquish.
1 and 2 on the Switch, but I want to get a modern version of Vanquish.
Yeah, I have Vanquish on the PS3 and from the discount bin and on Steam from a gift, I think, when it was on
I want
sale.
to get the PS3 version.
Yeah.
So,
To where it was
Yeah.
supposed to be played.
I've
Um,
seen, like I said again, I saw Digital Foundry's breakdown of the HD remaster on the PS4 for Vanquish,
yeah,
and yeah, they did a lot of stuff to really tighten that game.
yeah. I remember when I played the demo, people were commenting, it's like, dude, why don't you use the slowdown feature? And I'm like, what slowdown feature? 'Cause apparently it's kind of like, not quite like Fallout, but like Max Payne, I guess, where you can slow down time. And I did not know that. So I was going through the game, suffering and fighting all the enemies in real time, and just getting my ass kicked like repeatedly. And it's like, dude, why aren't you using the slowdown feature? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know that existed. So I was
Like,
just,
now
of
you
course.
finish it.
So I just, of course, suffering and getting so enraged by how unfair the enemies were, and like, the enemies move too fast. It's like, yeah, that's the point. So now, whenever I get around to playing it again, I will remember that and learn how to use that feature because that'd probably
No
be
backseat
really
gaming
helpful.
demos.
No backseat
no
gaming
backseat.
and demos, yeah. Well, but the thing is,
Uh,
by the point I was posting the videos, the playthrough was done. Like, it was done, and I was posting it, and
You
that
let
was
the whole
it.
game without slow mo?
Yeah. Well, the
Oh,
demo.
that's amazing.
I did the
game
demo. It was the demo, not the full game.
Oh, okay.
But it was
You should play
it
the
was
full
a pretty good meaty demo. Like it gave you a
I
lot of
did
stuff.
that with,
It gave you like a level to go through, and then it gave you a boss fight. So there was a lot of stuff to do in that demo. It was really good.
What's that?
I was gonna say, I did that with Outer Worlds actually, because they have a slowdown mode in Outer Worlds,
Yeah.
and I didn't even realize it until about 5-6 hours in.
Oh god.
And then when I found out about it, I was like, well, I've already been playing this game so well, like having no trouble whatsoever. Why would I use this feature that they have if I don't need to?
Yeah.
So I literally never used it throughout the entire
Really?
fucking game.
Oh wow.
Oh my
Stoud's
god,
so
I hope Beautiful
hardcore.
Joe 3 happens. Please, please, please.
Yes, please give us a Beautiful Joe 3.
Beautiful Joe is one of my favorite games that hasn't got an HD upgrade. It needs one bad.
Or just release it on fucking Steam as is. I don't know. I don't care.
I
Just
want the
fucking
GameCube
release it.
versions personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah,
I
in
remember
terms of
GameCube versions were like $1
in
each
terms
on sale.
of in terms
Free-
of Vanquish, I definitely like to get
Yeah,
the
we'll get
PS.
one of these days.
Definitely like to get the PS4 version. Both
Yeah.
Vanquish and Bayonetta are games that you really need to play with a controller. I think they're really designed.
Oh yeah,
for
they're
that.
definitely not
Um,
mouse and keyboard games.
you can, I guess. But
Vanquish
you'll have an
kind of
easy
lends
time
itself a
with
little
it.
bit to a mouse and keyboard, but definitely not Bayonetta. That is
Yeah.
that's like trying to play Devil May Cry with a keyboard.
It says
you know?
right in the Steam listing, it's like a controller is highly recommended for this
Highly,
game.
yeah, because it was built as a console game
Yeah.
with a controller in mind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, play with a controller.
Yeah, there's
You'll
certain
have a much
types of
better
games
time.
I just find. That's why I like having both. You know, it's because then you can tailor things for what you feel comfortable with.
Farming simulators.
Like I said, I've been playing Bayonetta on the Switch with my
There you go.
SM30 Pro Plus.
Perfect.
Natural.
Yeah. Natural.
Anyway.
Oh,
Natural.
natural.
Anyway.
Sure.
So yeah, next thing here, we have another addition to the Halo Master Chief Collection on PC is now available.
Yay.
Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary is the original Halo is finally available on PC in this
okay.
Master Chief Collection.
Oh, I didn't realize that one wasn't out yet. Which ones
it
are
just
out?
got released.
Which ones are out for that now?
Halo 3 and the first one.
Yeah.
So Halo Combat Evolved and I think Halo 3 is the other one.
So 1 and 3?
1 and 3.
God damn it.
Oh, Halo Reach, sorry, and Halo 1.
Oh,
Halo
Halo Reach.
Reach.
That's one of the later ones.
Yeah, that's post. I don't even know
Post
where.
4,
Like I said, I
I
lost
think,
track
isn't
of where these fall.
Yeah.
I have not followed the Halo
It seems
series.
kind
in
of a
quite long time.
haphazard way to release them. Like, it's all out completely out of sequence.
I think they released Reach first because that was the first one they.
Probably the easiest to
finished?
adapt. Because it was the most
Yeah.
recent. But,
Oh, okay. So, like I said, I haven't played Reach, so I don't know anything about it. Apparently, Halo Reach is a prequel to Halo 1.
oh, okay.
So
you
I
wanna
guess
play
they're
them
releasing them in story
in
order,
story order, I guess, yeah.
not release order. So.
Interesting. All
I
right.
have played a little bit of Halo Reach. Like I said, I didn't really pay attention to the story. I just wanted to see what
Yeah.
the game was like.
Yeah,
So I didn't know what
I'm
was
definitely,
going on.
yeah, I'm definitely interested in that Master Chief collection because I haven't played any of the Halo games. 'Cause I never owned an Xbox. So.
The Halo games are great. I mean, they
this is
just
what I've
kind of,
heard, yeah.
I just kind of grew out of them.
Yeah,
you know,
no, I've heard they're.
I mean,
really
I
good.
bought, and I was one of those people. I bought an Xbox to play Halo.
A lot of people
Like
did.
I was,
It was a system
I was in
seller.
that crowd,
Yeah, no, it was
and it definitely
absolutely
was a
system seller.
well-deserved system seller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I bought an Xbox to play All Star Baseball 2005.
Because you're a ginger. And I was like, you're special.
Stoudman is very special. He marches to the
Similarly,
beat
I
of a
bought a
different drummer.
Nintendo Switch to play Tetris 99. I mean, it's not the first time I've done that.
I bought my Switch for Mario Maker too.
At least you know you can play the new Animal Crossing. Finally ported from
Yep.
mobile to the Switch.
I know.
Speaking of Animal Crossing, Stout, did you see my post I
I did.
Did? Yeah,
I watched
yeah. If people want to watch it, it's in people who are members of our Discord. In our video game section, I posted a 10-minute, no commentary, just straight gameplay video from Game Explain of the new Animal Crossing game.
Listen,
Wow.
I'm not saying that Animal Crossing is what's going to get me to finally go back to streaming. I'm just saying that
It's going to be the
kind
game.
you can play for like an hour or two, and then you'll be done for the day, and you'll play again the next day for an hour or two to do what you need to do for that day. And
Yeah. Unlike
typically, I have about an hour or two a day to play a game. So
there you go. Unlike Farming Simulator 19, which will just consume your life.
truth, not even lying.
Yes.
And so the last bit of video game news we have here, Death Stranding is getting its release on Steam and the Epic Game Store on June 2nd.
Nice.
And if you get the Steam version, I will say this, you get the Steam version, there's some exclusive content that they put in the game to honor Steam.
Oh.
One of them,
That's race.
yeah, one of them being a hat that you could put on his head, being a head crab.
Oh, God.
See, Large,
Okay.
I don't know if they're streaming, if they're doing farming afterwards, they're welcome to, but I'm going to bed after the show. And I'm horrible.
Yeah, so am I, because I got work tomorrow, so.
I'll do
And
something.
everything
I don't know
over.
what.
Everything's jumping ahead an hour tonight, so yeah.
Oh, God, that's right.
Oh, is that tonight?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Just
Can't
do
wait
away
to
with
lose the
daylight
battle.
savings time already. Seriously. Just kill it.
Yeah.
It's pointless.
Well, it's the end of daylight savings time. And we've been on daylight savings time.
Well, whatever. Leave it at the hours it is now. I like this version of hours because it means more night.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. That was the last bit of.
So it goes ahead an hour. Yeah, spring ahead,
Yeah,
fall
it goes-
back.
Yeah, lose an
right?
hour.
Yeah,
spring forward, fall back.
Give me
Fucking
2:30.
bullshit.
Or as my dad says, it's spring
Wow.
forward, fall down.
yeah.
It's like 2:59 or whatever, and then instead of hitting 3 o'clock, it's going to hit 4.
I am glad then that I got 12 hours of sleep last night.
I wish
Okay.
I could do that. Man.
Normally I don't actually, but last night I guess I just needed it. I'm sure it's not from jerking off all day the previous day. No, I mean watching Christian programming. So, what else? Is that the last item of graming news?
Graming news.
Can't talk today.
Yes, that is.
Okay. Pickups.
Pickups.
Can I go first?
Sure, you can go
Pickups.
first. Hold on.
I'm just like going to breathe through them.
Oh, that reminds me,
Alright.
Sean, you have a new pickup on your Steam account.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, I'll check that out.
Navy
I'll
SEALs.
check it out when I do my pickups. I don't even have Steam loaded right now,
There you
so
go.
we'll see what it is there. We'll just hello, other me. How am I? I am good. Thank me for asking. There you go. You have the center stage.
My first
Skinslip.
pickup is I got sick. There you go.
Yay, you picked up a viral
pick up-
infection.
I got this phone for free.
Ooh.
Hey.
Pixel 4 XL.
Nice.
How did I get it for free? Well, I was originally I'd saved money up for a while now to buy $100 in accessories for the phone because I was going to get the phone for free regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But so I made my order of $150 in accessories, and it didn't come.
Mm.
And I called them, and they gave me a full refund and sent me new accessories. So hey,
Oh, so you
Okay.
got the phone and accessories for free.
yes sir.
Sweet.
So here's the phone. Speaking of accessories, look at this pretty phone.
Oh, it sparkles.
Alright.
Sparkles.
Pretty.
Sparkly. It's got a big
Alright,
camera
so-
on it, eh?
That's it's got a very good camera. It's got 3 cameras, in fact.
I was gonna
Whoop.
say it's big camera. Yeah.
Yes, that's why I got it actually. It's a camera phone. I got
Nice.
it specifically because it has camera
Like the,
stuff.
the camera features. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right, next I got a care package from Quack.
Yay,
He
Quack.
sent me these Madball stickers, which are fucking awesome.
Nice, and they're puffy too, eh?
And then he sent me some movies. He sent me this copy of Airport.
Oh, nice. Classic disaster movie.
He upgraded my copy of Hostel from DVD to Blu-ray.
Sweet. I have that same double feature. Is that the Mill Creek one?
Yep.
Yeah, I got the same double feature, just I think it's a different cover.
And then Trigger, Effect, and Body won't count. Never heard of them, so that'll be interesting to watch.
Cool.
I love movies.
Yes. Excellent.
Uh,
I still haven't seen
I
Hostel
picked up
2, actually. Really like the first one,
pre-orders. I got Return of Ultraman, which is also known as Ultraman Jack.
That's the 4th one, yeah.
It is indeed the 4th, yes.
Very nice. I really want those.
It's so pretty.
I know.
Look at the back.
I have
the
them
back.
all on
It's
my
so
Amazon wish list.
I love this back so much. But yeah, love Ultraman. You know, getting all those. Next, I'm slowly rebuying all the games I lost in Texas.
Ah.
So this is James Ernest. Before I Kill You, Mr. Bond. They got cease and desist, and that's called totally renamed Spy Game. So
Totally
you play
renamed
evil,
Spy.
So the way the game works
That's
is
right.
you play evil lair-owning supervillains, and you are putting cards down to build out your cool super secret lair, get more points, and then you take spies and you play them on your opponent's secret lairs.
Okay.
So it's and then there are cards to kill spies on your secret lair. So, but you can't use them unless you say, "Before I kill you, Mr. Bond," and you have to come up with something ridiculous. That's the point. That's the rules.
Excellent.
So that'll be fun to play with Stout in the future.
That does sound pretty fucking awesome. Yeah.
Fucking awesome. That's why. Next, we've got Sectars. New Sectars from
God.
Zika Toys.
Those are beautiful.
3 3/4 inch scale. I got 2. It was so late they sent me 2 copies.
These are so beautiful.
So I have what?
So you get a couple
I
out
have
of the
them
box.
open.
Nice.
I have 2 open and 2 sealed. So
Nice. Look at that.
there you go.
It's the Dargon
Spydrax
and
and
Spydrax.
Dargon. Yeah,
Dargon.
right.
Prince Dargon.
Never remember Dargon's name. I want to call him Dragon.
I have the
Durgan.
I have all of the mini comics that came as original pack-ins, and I have all 8 issues of the Marvel comic. I really liked Sectars as a concept and as a world. I really wish they would put out. They did a 5-part animated miniseries, which sadly has never been shown more than once. The only copy out there in the wild is some janky fan VHS recording on time-based corrected digitization that's barely watchable.
And we'll be watching that at some point.
And I really wish we'd get a DVD release of it. Like, just it'd be one single disc. Doesn't even need any extras. I just want to see it in actual watchable quality.
I know, right? All right, so last but not least, I got 2 volumes of Master of Kung Fu. The 2 that
Oh,
are
I'm
out.
so jealous. Want those?
The volume 1 is dangerously close to going out of print, at least for now.
Goddamn.
They have Marvel did say they are planning to reprint every single volume, no matter what,
good.
at least once.
Good,
So
good.
there'll be at least one more chance, probably. I don't know when that will be. 10 years from now, because they just now recently reprinted some of the 3-year-old epic collections from New Mutants. You know,
Yeah.
that was everything. That's all of
They're
it.
like,
Excellent.
don't worry, we will eventually allow you to give us more money. Don't worry, it's-
All right, I guess we'll go in reverse order. Garbage Gamer, what'd you get this week? Oh, first up, what's that cool game you got running on the back there? It looks kind of anime-y.
This is Persona 4 Ultra Mix Arena Ultra Mix,
Very
which
nice.
is the fighting game based off the Persona series. A lot of people don't even know this game exists.
I did
So,
not.
I mean,
Persona fans
I'm
too.
not overly
Existed either.
familiar. Fond. I'm not overly familiar with the Persona games, but
But yeah, it's a fun. It's by Arc System Works, the same people that did like Blaze Blue, Calamity Trigger, and Dragon Ball Fighters. So it
And
kind
what
of
was
has that.
one with the heavy metal characters.
Cool.
The one with the
Fuck.
heavy metal characters.
Yeah, all the characters are named after heavy metal singers. Guilty Gear. That's the
Guilty Gear, yeah.
guilty.
Yeah, they did. Arc System Works did Guilty Gear Xrd. And yes, it's literally called Xrd. XARD.
Xrd. Xrd.
Well, you turn on the game, the announcer goes Xrd.
Mhm.
So, okay, whatever. All right, so yeah, I guess I'll start with the video games here. I picked up a couple, 3 PS4 games here. First one I picked up, mostly because I saw the video and I'm like, I want to get this. I picked up Dreams.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Excellent.
So
What?
that's
What you doing it?
say what?
What are you doing it? What? I've never heard.
I haven't played it yet. This is
Why
that.
did you want to buy it? What made you want to buy it?
It was the videos I saw of people making, remaking games like Dead Space and MotorStorm and stuff like that. That's this game. And also I saw Jacksepticeye's video him playing it, and I was pissing myself laughing of all the dumb shit that he was finding. It was,
Excellent.
So, and yeah, I mean it's by MM, you know, the people who did Little Big Planet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Or media was it Media Molecule?
We have.
I literally have never heard of that game, so I was like,
I've heard of
Tell me
it. It's one where you can like make your own stuff in it too. I've seen some of the
literally
things.
like I said.
The one I saw was when someone made a version of Dead Space in it. I think you might have posted that at some point. So.
Yeah, you can even make VR games in Dreams.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff.
It is VR compatible.
It's like the
next one I picked
level,
up was
Big Planet.
something that I was waffling which version I should get. So I decided on the PS4 one. I picked up the Disney classic games Aladdin and the Lion King.
Nice.
So this has
that
the
one,
versions.
yeah.
Sega Genesis Lion King. I mean, Aladdin.
It has.
Is it based on that? Whether you have to no limit to your apples? That was the problem with the Super Nintendo one. But is it had a limited number of apples for Aladdin.
Multiple game versions included. The watch mode, rewind mode, museum mode, soundtracks. Yeah, I do believe it has every version of each game. Even the and SNES and Genesis.
Okay, cool.
But I believe this also has if I remember reading about it correctly, it also has some like early stage demo version.
Oh, cool.
On it. There's some version that was never really officially released that they put in this.
Nice.
And I'll do a bit more research to find out. Yeah, this one mostly just I saw it at Half Price Books and I wanted to round out my collection a little bit more. I picked up Gran Turismo Sport.
Nice.
Oh, I have that. That was sent to me by an anonymous benefactor.
I need that. I need a PS4.
So yeah, so I picked up GT Sport. Finishing off, speaking of Dreams and Media Molecule and all them, picked up Little Big Planet karting.
Nice.
So I now have every Little Big Planet game.
Excellent. I'm still missing a couple.
There's
Missing
that.
2. Oh wait a minute. I think I have the karting. I have 1, 3. So I guess I just need 2, and that's it.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
This one I saw it on the shelf and I'm like, yes. I didn't even waffle on it. I didn't even think about it. Just went, yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, I picked up Custom Robo for the GameCube.
Oh, hell yeah. That's such a win.
Not very often you get to find something like Custom Robo. Especially at Half Price Books. So,
Wow.
$9.
Oh my god, really?
$9. Wow.
Yeah, this is a
You are the deal finder.
$25 plus game for just the disc. So yeah. So those are the games I picked up. On to the Animu.
Animu.
Picked up some Animu this week.
Animu
This one
for
I've
you.
been waiting for the full release of it. Finally got released, so I definitely yoinked and grabbed it. That is Fully Cooley, Progressive and Alternative.
I was wondering when you were gonna get that. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh wait a minute, Fully Cooley sequel? He's gonna get this.
Oh yeah, you know for damn sure I was gonna get the
anything Fully Cooley.
I have actually not seen it yet because I don't have cable and I don't have access to Adult Swim, which is where this premiered.
Well, there you go.
So I was literally just gonna hold off and wait until the official release.
Perfect.
And there it is.
Well, here's the official release,
So, how many
and it's
episodes
released by Adult Swim, obviously.
How many episodes is that one?
I do believe
The original one was what, 6?
the original was 6. I do believe it's same. It's let's see one. Yeah, each one's 6. So there's 18 episodes.
So 18
across the whole
episodes
series now.
total. There you go. Amazing.
It's cool they stuck to that format.
Well, enjoy.
So yeah, progressive and alternative. This one picked up Golden Age Arc 1, The Egg of the King, and that is Berserk on
Berserk.
Blu-ray.
I've been wanting to see that for ages. Never seen any of it. Heard it's great.
Love Berserk.
Yeah.
This is this is just kill fuck everything.
Excellent.
The biggest, like, it puts the Buster Sword to shame. It really does.
Pretty sure there was a what's a fucking Dreamcast game based on.
There was a Dreamcast game based off Berserk, and it had the same flaws as what people thought about this show.
Yeah.
Which is, how the hell does he fight in tight corridors? He doesn't.
Now, Major Matoka says that's not the Berserk TV series. That's
No, this is the movie.
This is the movie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is the movie,
There's
not
three,
the show.
3 Berserk movies and the TV series. Gotcha.
Yeah, and this is Arc 1, the first movie.
Oh, okay. I see. Cool.
This is it's got the Egg of the King. This.
Kill fuck everything. Yes.
Kill fuck everything.
I will kill
Pretty
fuck
much.
you.
This next one here. Let me just see which was the first season. Yeah, okay, this is. It's really hard to tell because it only says season 1 or 2 in little tiny text on the spine.
Oh,
So I picked up the first season of Code. Is it Geass or Geese? I don't even know how to
Code
say this.
Gas.
Code Gas.
Gay ass.
I think it's
Gay ass.
I think it's
Gay.
I want to say it's Geese because it's G.
ass.
It's GEA.
That's right.
It's literally GEA ass.
Gay
But
ass.
this is the Losh of the
Yeah.
Rebellion.
Code cheese.
Jeez, man.
I said it right the first time. Yeah, Code Geese.
Jeez.
Okay, cool.
It's not
It's not
code.
gay ass.
It's not
The
gay
Lotion of
ass.
the Rebellion.
I am
It's called Code Gay
disappointed.
Ass.
I really wanted it to
Yeah.
be gay ass.
So there's season 1. Here's
Wasn't gay.
Code Gay Ass of Lelouch R2, which is season 2.
Excellent.
Nice.
Pick that up.
As a woman who loves gay woman asses, I approve of the series.
There you go.
Now this is
Very
one of
nice.
those. I watched the anime when it was on Adult Swim, but it was very disjointed. Like,
Oh,
I didn't know what was going on. I would catch random episodes. I didn't get the full story from beginning to end.
Yeah.
So this at least get me through the first 2 seasons.
Very good.
Just know
I
what
saw
the
like
fuck was
6
going on.
episodes of that.
It
Pretty
helps.
good, actually.
It helps to
You'll really
watch
like it.
shows like that in order and not miss any episodes because they are continuing stories.
So I'm actually going to go backwards on this because the one on top here is something I want to make sure Skinslip sees.
Okay.
Really, she's going to be very proud of me for this.
Code
Okay.
gay ass of the
You can have the
Ladouche.
reaction you want, but
Uh,
He was proud of
so,
you.
so I picked up the second season of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
hey, I need
Nice.
that.
I also need that.
I only have season 1.
I want to
Yeah,
get.
let's-
I just want to
Have
get
fun
the complete series set. Call it a day.
So serious. The series is
Um,
so good.
Yeah.
Picked this up for $3 out of morbid curiosity. Picked up the Lone Ranger.
The Lone
I like that movie a
Ranger.
lot.
I
Like
think
Johnny
I
Depp.
have that
It's actually
somewhere.
really good.
Do I have that?
It's
Entirely
like,
underappreciated.
Got the
chat on and nobody went to see it in theaters,
No.
and it was like one of the worst fucking flops in the history of cinema.
People are
It did.
dumb.
But it's actually entertaining.
like,
John,
Take it
you
from
know,
someone who
like-
actually saw the movie, you fucks.
to be fair, Johnny
starring
Depp's character is a little racially insensitive,
Mhm.
but
New.
it's not too bad. They're getting better.
Yeah, starring Johnny Depp and Armie Hammer.
Ah,
I like Armie Hammer, damn it.
So again, another $3 pickup. I decided to grab Minions.
hey, Minions.
I have that.
Fun little movie. It even comes with the go back to the beginning and 3 little Minion mini movies.
Yeah.
Oh, that was kind of cool. Again, another $3 pickup. Picked up the action double feature with Dirty Harry and Magnum
Oh,
Force.
nice.
I like Magnum Force a whole lot.
Both really good. Love
You
the
must have
Dirty-
been feeling lucky that day.
Nah,
Yeah.
I love the Dirty Harry movies, and for the longest time, those were the only 2 I'd seen actually.
I've only
Yeah,
seen
it's-
those 2 actually.
There's
No.
4. Is there 4 movies?
5.
Five.
5.
Five.
Yeah. I got this.
I really
I,
want to see the Deadpool.
I got the set a while ago that just has all 5 of them. It was fairly cheap, and I basically binged them all through that week and had a great time. Love Dirty Harry.
So this last one, like I said, I wanted to make sure Skinslip saw this. Imported straight from China, coronavirus free.
Oh, lovely.
Excellent.
Released by
Did you
Fortune
lick it
Star.
to be sure?
Oh, it's a Fortune Star Blu-ray. Oh boy,
It's a Fortune Star Blu-ray.
it was a terrible quality. Heads up.
Excellent.
Yeah, I know, but it was the only release I could find
Okay.
Yes, they just
Of
did
this-
TV matches for the release.
of this, and that is Wheels on Meals.
Hey,
Oh,
I
there
need
you
to get
go.
that.
Very nice. Is that the one where he dresses up as all the Street Fighter characters?
No, that's City Hunter.
No,
No.
City
okay.
Hunter, yes.
City Hunter. Okay, never
Um,
mind.
But yeah, this is, you can tell it's straight from, there's the original currency. I left the plastic on because they even left the old sticker from the store or whatever
Add
they.
subtitles?
Yeah, this is specifically the English dub.
Oh, okay, good. A lot
But
of
yeah, the
foreign
whole
movies
back is
movies
in.
don't have.
is
I would
in
hope
Chinese.
it's region free, right?
It's a region A actually.
Oh.
We share a region with China and shit, duid. Or
Yeah.
Japan and
That'd
China.
be
Yeah,
nice.
that's why these China, Japan, so that's easy to import from because it's region A.
Well,
On a,
that's subtitle.
on a semi-related note, apparently, no joke, sales of Corona Extra beer have tanked this past week because there's a lot of people who think that it's somehow connected to the coronavirus.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny to that though?
I mean, it might be.
When I was picking this up at the store, I noticed that
Can't see you,
the
Stat.
Corona kick. Oh, sorry. I noticed that the Corona, there's a couple more than usual sold. I was like, oh, interesting.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Which I found odd and just indicative of people
People
being
are dumb.
stupid.
When they
And
can't
funny
they're
enough,
dumb.
Corona, I'm not a beer drinker. I'm a rum man, as you guys know. But Corona Extra is like one of the few beers I actually don't mind. So there
Not
you go.
very good. Corona as it is.
Well, all beer is not very good, to be honest. But
That is true too.
Yeah,
But-
if I had to
but
drink
Corona
a beer,
is one
I'd
of the
drink
few
Miller
I-
High Life.
Corona is one of the few I find palatable, and
That's good too.
yeah.
But
Also
I
like
drink Miller
Molson
High
Dry.
Life because it's the champagne of bottled beers.
I also like Molson Dry, which is a Canadian one. I don't like Molson Canadian, but I like Molson Dry. So. But give me rum.
The last pickup here that I grabbed, I actually didn't grab from me. I grabbed from my dad because it was his birthday. So, and I know he is the biggest Beatles fan. Super big Beatles fan. So I grabbed, like I said, I didn't grab from upstairs, so I'm just pulling a picture of it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want the Amazon link.
Whoops.
Oh,
I just
don't
want-
do that.
That
Oh,
is
you
a
want
really
to
big
buy it
picture.
again? Okay, here you go.
Here, I'll post it down here so you can put it up on the stream if you want to.
That's easier said than done. Can you just post the picture?
Where do you want me to?
Just put it, I don't know,
Okay.
screen share or something.
I'll do it.
I mean, like
I'll-
if I. Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those. They gave me a picture and it's really fucking big.
Good.
Hmm.
I mean, like it shows like 10% of it on my screen. It's so
it-
zoomed in, I can't zoom out anymore.
Oh.
There we go.
One old 40%
Hold on.
zoom.
Okay.
You gotta zoom out to see a big fucking picture.
There it is.
There. Oh, that's set. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
nice
I picked
set.
up this Beatles
Oh
set for him.
yeah.
Look at that.
And this is the collection that has a stereo remaster of every single album
Nice.
they ever released, along with a couple of like documentary albums
That is
Yeah.
very
that go
nice.
into their history
So
and,
So it's
and
like the
backlog.
definitive set.
Yeah, because
That's
I
awesome.
wanted to pair this with what he already has,
Mm-hmm.
which is he actually has the hardbound silverback of the Beatles anthology.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
So now he owns this and the anthology. And I go, the last thing he needs is I'm going to start trying to collect is all the films.
I had the first volume of the Beatles anthology when it first came out. It's really interesting. Like, there's so much just rare goodies in there, and behind-the-scenes stuff, and alternate takes of songs, and oh,
Oh, I know.
if you're a Beatles fan, it's just such a treasure trove of stuff.
And I knew this was going to hit home for him because there were a few albums that he had not owned since he had them on vinyl.
Oh wow,
And those were lost during the
that's great.
the fires that happened in the 80s, in the
Oh,
Oakland
okay.
fires,
Gotcha.
actually. My aunt and uncle lived in Oakland at the time their house burned down. during the Oakland fires, and his albums were in their house.
Lost his albums.
So
That's
there's
pretty.
that.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah. I don't have, like, for example, talking about Amazon wish lists again. I updated my Amazon wish list this past week, by the way, is why I keep talking about it. Literally for the first time in like 5 years. But I don't have a lot of music on there. But one thing I do have is a lot of Beatles stuff because I love the Beatles. And it started off where I just saw a couple of the movies. I was looking at Criterion releases, and they have a few of the movies in the Criterion collection. And then that just kind of sent me down the rabbit hole of all things Beatles.
See, that's
so you'll get to a certain point on the wish list, and there's just like this block of Beatles stuff.
That's why I still think you should pick
I have
up.
to add that set on there.
I know you don't like to play rhythm games. You don't play it for the rhythm game.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up Beatles Rock Band for the PS3. There's a lot of behind the scenes archival footage. Scanned things that are really only in this fucking game. Or if it isn't, it's really hard to find, like videos of them playing with an audio recorder before they went and played at the stadium. Or the view of the helicopter as they were flying in.
Yeah, nice.
And stuff like that.
Iceman, actually, I bought the Yellow Submarine Blu-ray for Rosie because I thought she would really like it. She still hasn't watched it. She keeps saying like, every time I suggest we watch it. So I'm just gonna like put it on one day. And it's like, look, sit, watch, because I know she likes the Beatles.
Minis terrified me.
She's heard a lot of the songs. She says she's seen Yellow Submarine. I don't believe her. I don't think she has seen it, but I think she just thinks she's seen it. She's probably heard the album, but yeah. Anyway. Plus, I will watch it.
You would know if you've seen the Yellow Submarine.
Well,
it's a weird
yeah, exactly.
You have at least 2 nights of Blue Meanie Nightmares.
Yes, exactly. Blue Meanies. What a lot of people didn't realize was for the longest time, I thought it was actually the Beatles doing the voice of the Beatles in it. It's not. It's actually impressionists.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's actually actors who just do really good impersonations of them. So, yeah. For years, I thought it was actually them doing the voices. I was shocked when I discovered I was wrong. Shocked.
I'm literally going to watch my computer clock jump from 1:59 a.m. to 3 a.m.
A few more hours for us here on the West Coast.
God damn it.
Yep, nope, still 11 p.m. here. So now you're only 2 hours ahead.
No, it's 3 a.m.
Oh, wait a minute. No, you're 4 hours ahead.
Only for 1 minute, or however.
Yeah. Normally you're 3 hours ahead, so.
Yes. Yeah, right now I'm 4 hours.
1:59 to 3 a.m. It's like, whoa, damn, time jumps. All right. So anything else?
Anyway,
was that it?
That was it.
Excellent. Well, that's an awesome gift for your dad there. I'm sure he'll be listening to the Beatles for the next few months.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I hear it every morning when he goes on. He does a morning walk on a treadmill.
Excellent.
He has Spotify open, and like the first 5 songs that play are always Beatles songs.
Always Beatles songs. The Beatles are kind of timeless. Like there's just something about them that just has this like instant appeal. You know, I just don't know what it is. Well, drugs for the inspiration originally, certainly, but
psychedelics.
The end result was just pure magic, man. Gotta love the Beatles.
Absolutely.
All right, Stoudman, what did you get?
Hello.
Should I
got
make large quantities of food just to be able to live until the end of your pickups? Okay.
As long as you guys don't interrupt, I'm usually not. I don't take that long either.
Okay.
So
anyway, what I was talking about is oh, Spider-Man 2, that's a great game.
Yeah. I've never been able to play this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
And I've been waiting to find it for a halfway decent price because it's such a fucking popular game that still sells for like $15 fucking on eBay, and I'm a cheapskate.
Because it's great.
So, found it for $6. Finally got this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Better one
It's
than
great
I can
because,
find.
I mean, it tells the story of the movie, essentially, but with a whole bunch of side missions of characters that aren't in the movie and other comic characters. But it's like the first sort of free-roaming Spider-Man game. And also, different from the first one where you could just shoot your web anywhere. This one was the first one where you actually have to make sure your web hits something, like a building or a lamppost or something, to swing from. And it's wonderful. It's fun.
So I also got Star Fox Zero.
Yay, Star Fox. I've only ever played the first one.
It was like $6 or $7.
Yeah, you paid too much.
Wow.
Is it one of the less well-regarded
It's a
entries?
cheap, low
It
price
is.
Yeah.
pay for a Star Fox game.
Alright.
Is all I'm
It
gonna say.
it is like Star Fox Adventures level bad.
Hey, I still
Okay.
want to play that. So,
Or Star Fox Adventures.
I want to play all the bad ones.
There. Fairfax temperatures.
went to the thrift store today, found this. Probably going to sell it, but I don't
Oh,
know.
Warren Beatty
Oh,
and Annette Bening making out for 2 hours. While
Yes.
Katharine Hepburn watches creepily from
This
the closet.
He's in that movie. It hasn't been reprinted. It's bad.
Thumbs up.
It's bad.
That's Siskel and Ebert saying
I don't
that.
give a fuck. They put me in mistakes all the fucking time.
Uh-huh.
And you're right, yeah, it hasn't been reprinted. It's out of print, and that's why it sometimes sells for like $20 anyway. So I was like, you know what? Okay.
And what
Yeah,
did you
man.
pay for it?
4.
4. All right, cool.
Still had to pay way too much for it, quite frankly, but yeah.
All right.
Pretty bad.
I also found Grandpa's Scary
Oh,
Stories.
Silly scaries.
Silly scary.
Or Silly Scaries, yes.
That's cool.
That's
That's actually
actually
kinda
a
hard to
cool find. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Yeah, I remember. Yeah!
Grandpa from the Munsters.
Yeah.
He did a lot of TV host things,
Yeah, kinda
especially
like
on VHS.
Horror host stuff. Yeah, he did a bunch of those.
And a bunch of
I- I wa-
VHS.
I
He's
would-
done a lot of TV ones.
I would
you can
love-
find them on YouTube.
I would
A lot of
love to have them all.
The last
Al
one
Lewis.
I picked up
That's who it was, Al Lewis.
from the thrift store, at least, is Sword in the Stone 45th Anniversary Edition,
Excellent.
because they fucked up the Blu-ray. So I was like, you know what? I might as well just get the DVD.
The Smear in the Stone
Smear in the
is a
Stone.
classic
That's what I
example.
meant.
I love the movie and I want to have
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
if
It's
they fucked up the Blu-ray,
it's-
like that means that the best way to get
Yeah.
it is on DVD.
It's a classic example of over-processing with DNR. I think I have it.
Oh,
I think I have
oh,
it,
and
actually.
Eric will love this. This is from the
Can't remember if I
Faber-Zach film.
Whoa, what a name!
Good old Faberzak. Yeah.
Element Company.
Oh yeah, I would like to mention Stout.
I love the
My custom
Faberzaks.
Robo had one of those stickers on it too. I got to get the rest of the residue off.
Yeah.
It was from a lady with the last name Knob.
That's great.
Good old Mrs. Knob. That sounds like a name that Monty Python would come up with.
I want to show everybody what you're supposed to do with these tabs on these DVD cases.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Not complaining.
It's like magic.
Rip 'em
Actually, what you're supposed to do is just replace the fucking case. But until then,
That works. Fucking
Scrape them
tabs.
off.
this is why I keep about 10 to 20 DVD cases on hand.
So
Yeah.
I already had season 2 of Breaking Bad, which I got for like $1 at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, yeah.
I got season 1 of Breaking Bad
Finally. Now you can see how it starts.
and season 3 of Breaking Bad
Yay. Now you can see what happens after season 2.
and season 4 of Breaking Bad
Yay. Now you can see what happens after season 2 and
You
3.
complete your series?
and
Yeah.
season 5 of Breaking Bad.
Yay. Now you can see what
Now you
happens
get the movie
after
by
seasons
itself.
2, 3, and 4.
And finally, the final season.
Yay. Now you can see what happens after seasons 2, 3, 4, and 5.
You just need the movie to come out eventually. Remember this Netflix movie that came out?
So
So, yes.
So you finally have all of them. Yay.
Yay. You finally have all of them. Speaking of Roald Dahl,
Uh-huh.
I got BFG.
Oh, the
Oh,
big
I need to
fucking
see
gun.
Big fucking girl. UORL. Cool.
Oh, the big fucking giant.
Big fucking giant.
I didn't want to watch that for a while now.
I've heard that's really good. I do not have it.
It is.
I've heard it's really
I
good.
saw it in theaters. It's fantastic. Yeah.
It was on Netflix for a while, I think.
Did a Twilight Time. order.
Toilet time?
Twilight Time.
Toilet
Oh,
time.
yeah, we both did a Twilight Time.
Yes.
Sale.
Fine, bro.
So, got 8 heads in a duffel bag.
Nice.
Whoop, whoop. Joe Pesci in one of his better movies.
Good old Joe Pesci.
Oh, yeah.
Flaming Star.
Never heard of it.
Elvis.
A Western starring Elvis.
There you go.
Oh,
That's all
okay.
you need to know. It's a Western
I'm
starring
interested now.
Elvis. Elvis.
Elephant.
Elvis.
And
I
because
love
of the
Elvis.
colors, Alamo Bay.
Alamo Bay. There you go.
Like, okay. I just
Guessing that's a Civil War based movie.
Actually, it's not.
It isn't? But it has an American flag and a Confederate flag. What's
It's actually set in somewhat modern times,
Oh.
and it's about fucking racists who
Oh.
are. There are a bunch of like Vietnamese people who end up getting like, I don't know if it's like stranded in their town or they just end up moving into their town, and a bunch of racists are like, we don't want you. I'm not going to use the word here. In our
Insert
town.
racial slur here. Yeah.
I mean, that was like
So-
Gran Torino was the same way. It's like a.
I
Gran
just
Torino's
realized
remake of that movie.
when you said, no, it's about racists, and I went, oh, I love racists. And movies about them.
I love watching racist movies. and films.
There's some very fine people who are
Oh
racist.
God. Jesus.
There was also a Kino Lorber sale, so I got some Kino Lorber movies.
Which you didn't fucking tell me about this fuck.
You
No,
fuck! Why didn't you tell Skinslip about the Kino Lorber sale? You just want to keep all the good stuff for yourself.
I'm more than a little
didn't
miffed.
you?
I'm just saying. I'm a little hurt. Okay.
I told her to be mad at me.
Good.
I-
Be mad.
You hurt
Everybody
my
be mad at
feelings. You
Stout.
left me out on purpose
Learned all the things.
because you want to be greedy. That's rude. That's rude.
Greed and avarice everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey,
Greedy
50
stuff.
viewers!
Fine.
Hello, 50! Yay, 50! The big 5-0. We had 51 a few seconds ago.
All right.
The
So
bug fucking giant.
Well, I'm
I got-
excited.
I got the monster starring Roberto Benigni.
Oh wow, I want to see that.
I love
And it
Roberto
looks-
Benigni.
Benigni. It looks
He's an Asian actor.
hilarious. It looks like fucking Mr. Bean.
Oh, wait a minute! The Monster! Oh my god! That is like one of Roberto Benigni's best films. It's
Yes.
It's one where he keeps getting mistaken for a serial killer that's on the loose.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's freaking hilarious. I
what
had
you
no
want.
idea that was on Blu-ray. I want that. That is such a funny movie. One of my
You know, there's been a lot
ex-girlfriends.
of movies out.
One of my
Ah.
ex-girlfriends, that was like one of her all-time favorite movies, period. And she showed it to me, and it was just freaking hilarious. Yeah.
Another one. that
I had
makes
forgotten
you
about that
happy.
one.
He's so
Sean.
funny.
The Quartermass. Experience.
Yes! Good old Quartermass!
I would have got that too,
Nice.
asshole.
The Quatermass. You guys are going to enjoy that. That one's really good.
I don't have it. You didn't fucking
really
include
good.
me. I
So
don't-
glad we all have that now.
Fucking bullshit. You fucking asshole.
There will be another Kino Lorber sale, and
Oh,
Stoudman
there
will
always
buy
is.
it for you
Still going,
as, a
funny
gift,
enough.
as a guilt gift.
So next, I got Kill Them All and Come Back Alone.
One I
Yeah.
definitely would have gotten.
With
because
Chuck
Enzo Di
Connors.
Castellari.
Yeah.
Enzo Castellari, yeah.
Finally,
And
Stoudman
Enzo-
has a spaghetti western I don't have
And
already.
Enzo G. Castellari, yeah. That's 2 reasons to get it right there.
King of action, dude. He's so
Well,
he is such an eye for action films.
Well, also Chuck Connors is like another one of those eras, like ultimate badass type actors. He was
That was in
he was the
twilight of his
rifleman.
career.
He was the rifleman.
Yeah.
I got Western Union.
Western Union by
Stereo
Fritz
Mint.
Lang.
It's a
Lang.
Fritz Lang Western.
That's
Oh, cool.
interesting.
And since I was on Fritz Lang, I got Woman in the Moon.
Oh,
That's
I
one
don't
we
even
got.
know about that one.
I didn't either.
Cool.
And then when I looked into it, I was like, oh, wow, this
Early
looks like
sound.
a really important movie that I should see.
Yep, special effects movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
And I believe you guys would literally not stop fucking talking about this movie, so I got Miracle Mile.
Yes!
Yay!
Excellent.
I love it.
It's
So
great.
good.
You're going to love it. It's great.
You are.
Big thanks to This Hidden World for introducing us to it.
You should watch it tonight since we're not going to be watching movies.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. Yeah.
The Man Who Haunted Himself.
Oh, that's
that
one
sounds
I
good.
have my eye on, too. That looks really good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I haven't seen it.
Got the horrors.
All I know about it is like the trailer that I saw for it. I was like, yeah, it looks good. I'm going to see that.
Yeah.
And then Mississippi Burn.
Oh, another one about racists. Excellent.
I can't get enough of my racism.
You'll find that in the racism section of Stoudman's Blu-ray collection.
Well, I love Gene Hackman. I love Willem Dafoe. Both
Yeah.
of them star in the movie that I've never seen. So
Good stuff.
yeah, I mean to see it. Let's see here.
The Time to Kill.
Thirst.
And like, yeah, I fucking killed him. I do it again. That line. I fucking love
God.
that line. But that's for different.
Evil racism. It's so evil. Evil Stout pickups. They're evil. Evil.
Saying that.
So evil. The evilness of Stoudman.
You can't make me, Michael. You
Okay.
can't make me.
The evil is gone. For now.
I got
Thanks,
Thirst,
Jail.
which is a vampire movie by Park Chan-wook, who you
Cool.
may remember from Old Boy, the director of Old Boy.
Okay, old boy. Yep.
Yeah, the entire
Okay,
Intoyer.
the entire Vengeance series, Lady Vengeance.
And sympathy
Love
for
those
Mr.
movies, by the way.
Vengeance.
Lady Vengeance is absolutely like I love Old Boy, but Lady Vengeance is actually the best one.
I need to see all of those.
You would
Okay.
love all of them.
There's a collection of all three. I should get
The
that.
Fifth Floor.
I love the horror movie.
Didn't know much about this movie. All I knew was just like the description of it and the trailer, and it sounded really interesting. And it's an early role for. that
Oh
guy
my
right
God! Is that
Comedy or horror?
Freddy Krueger?
there.
Or drama.
Robert
Horror.
Englund?
Oh, I want that movie then.
Yes.
Robert, yeah.
Holy shit! What's the year? What year is that? Does it say?
84?
no, that one.
79.
79.
75. Shit. I'm way off.
79.
79. I'm still way off.
So it's also pre-V. I think Galaxy of Terror predates it though.
It's after he did Eaten Alive with Toby Hooper.
Okay.
My Name is Buck and I'm Ready to Fuck was from that movie.
Okay. Hey, a Mario Baba. Nice.
Mario Baba.
I
Excellent.
think I have that one.
Really like that cover.
Maybe I don't.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
It's a Redemption Films release, which is
Finally,
a,
the last
No, I
pickup.
don't have that.
Finally done. Evil Eye, Mario Baba.
nice. I want
Also,
all
the
the
girl.
Babas.
Two
I
different
don't have that
movies
either.
Want all
They're-
the Babas.
based on the same film.
That
It's
was
just
fault.
they're two different cuts.
Stoudman's fault I don't have that one either.
Okay. Yeah. Mhm. It's also
We've been going through all the
fault.
Mario Baba and Dario Dento and Lucio Fulci films that he hasn't seen. So.
Yeah, but no, we're
It's
talking
my
about
fault. I'm
Kino
trying to-
Lorber specifically. Kino Lorber has quite a sizable Baba collection.
Oh yeah, most of them for the Region 1 are released to them.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of the non-horror stuff. It's more his other genres like westerns and thrillers and things like that.
But do note that the special features on the Arrow releases are so much better, way more
Well,
packed. But the
yeah.
transfer on the Kino is better.
Oh,
So.
there you
Like,
go.
yeah, I want both. You know, fuck.
Oh, okay.
Because
Apparently
the
Arrow's-
transfer on the Kino one was struck much later. It was like
Yeah.
about 5 years later.
Arrow's license ran out on a bunch of the Babas apparently.
Yes, they did.
All right.
So
They were all like $5 in the last sale. Sorry.
we can move on now.
Okay. So anyway, Baba is good.
Yes.
So what else did you get,
Lamberto and
Stout,
Mario.
that will enrage Skinslip because you got it and didn't tell her? Got some
I don't have
booze.
anything else like that.
Booze is good.
Our
Okay.
apartment will have room in it. Don't worry.
All right.
Keep it going stocked.
Then I guess it's my turn. Okay. Hold on a
Fucking love
second.
rum.
I
Kraken, of course.
also love rum. I haven't tried
Probably red
Kraken.
rum if I can find it. 'Cause red rum
Kraken,
tastes so fucking good.
Kraken is available here. Why are we still full screen?
That's the Kraken rules, dude.
It's like 47% alcohol.
That's rum. That's pretty close. You know, not
No.
that far from
No,
most rums.
rum is 35 to 40. Typically.
Some are even higher. It's the smaller companies and
Most
stuff.
of them are 35 to 40.
Most of them are much smaller because of legal restrictions on certain countries, and they want to be able to export. That's a big reason why.
It's
Kraken doesn't
35
give a fuck.
to
Page
40.
of a token purchase now. I want to know. What did I inspire you to purchase? What was it?
Yes. But first, I have
Well.
3 pickups and apparently a Steam gift, which I have not looked at yet. So, I've got a video game and some graphic novels. Which would you like to see first?
Video graphic game novels.
The video game, because you don't use
Okay.
it, you know.
The video
It's not really
game.
object. Get the
This
screen
was
share
from
with
an anonymous benefactor. I have no idea who sent this. It's a complete mystery to me. It just showed up in my mailbox. I got... Really? Again?
Bravo, JL, bravo. Good timing. That's really good timing.
Thank you, JL. Apparently I got evil in my mailbox.
All right, you gotta put that.
My mailbox...
Full of them.
My mailbox is just full of evil. And actually,
Evil in our
that's,
mailboxes.
it's not far from the truth, because the anonymous benefactor I found out later the same day was, in fact, Stoudman, who sent me
nice.
this, The Outer Worlds for PS4, as a birthday gift. So thank you very much, Stoudman.
Aw.
Definitely appreciate that.
Sorry I couldn't send you a gift, buddy. I really wanted
That's
to.
okay. Don't worry about it. You
No,
said-
it's not okay, goddammit.
It
I
is-
hate it.
you give me the
I
gift
make so
of-
little money every month. It's crazy.
You give me the
Ugh.
gift of friendship every day. So anyway, as you know, Stadman's been just raving about this game
Just
for a little
ranting
while.
about it.
Ranting and
Love
raving
that.
and frothing at the mouth, and quite frankly, we should just take him out behind the barn and shoot him, put him out of his misery by this point. But anyway, he said it was really good, and I was like, yeah, that sounds good. I also would like to play that, but I do not own it. And then he went and bought it and sent it to me for my birthday. So
Everyone's like, why don't you play a new game? Because I don't have any new systems. I have a PS3,
yeah,
an Xbox 360,
it's
and
like
a Wii.
we play what we fucking have.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's stuff that's a little older. Deal with it.
I mean, if someone wants to send me a fucking Switch and Animal Crossing, I will be glad to run 15-hour streams of Animal Crossing all fucking day long.
I'm playing Fallout 3. That's only a decade or so old. You know,
All right.
that's new enough. It's from this millennium. All right.
Zach?
Now, graphic novels.
My own game system, because $500 is a lot.
So graphic novels, I got 2. This one, which I had to attempt to get twice because Amazon decided the first time it was undeliverable and sent it back. I don't know why. I never found out why. So I ordered it again. And the nice thing is, by the time I ordered it the second time, I had another Amazon gift card from you guys. And it actually ended up costing me no actual money. So that's thanks to you guys using my Amazon links. I really appreciate that. You guys all literally bought this for me collectively. We have Volume 2 of Swamp Thing, The Bronze Age.
Those are on my short list.
Yes, there you go.
They're so thick.
Yeah, it's about it's a little thicker than the first volume. It's
How many
about
pages?
a little over 400 pages.
That's about an Epic Collection size.
It's about Epic Collections. It's a little shorter than Epic Collection size.
Yeah,
but
but,
use
you know.
they use slightly thicker paper as well, so it actually feels about the same thickness. Now, this volume
Or
is
binding, too.
yeah, this volume is very important because for Swamp Thing fans, because it reprints a lot of material that has never been reprinted before. It was originally slated to be a part of the omnibus that came out a few years ago, but for whatever reason, a lot of these issues were pulled at the last minute, and nobody knows why. So instead, they put them all in the paperback version. So even if you have the audio, what?
It's artist rights. They didn't want to pay artist rights. That's really
Okay.
what it was. Made too expensive,
So
so they had to wait on it. That's
so,
all.
So okay. So anyway, they're in here, and fuck, lost my train of thought again. The So anyway, there's a lot. So even if you have the omnibus edition, it's worth getting this because it has all the material that was originally included. And to sweeten the deal, they have some additional material here. So let me just give you a quick rundown. So the first volume had issues 1 through 13 of the original 70s Swamp Thing series. It was basically just a repackage of the Dark Genesis collection that's been available for years. So great if you don't have that already. But it is the newer edition, which includes the first few Nestor Redondo issues. So it basically includes all the Len Wein issues. So this one continues where that left off. So we've got Swamp Thing numbers 14 through 24, which finishes the original run of Swamp Thing. And then, between the end of Swamp Thing and the beginning of Saga of the Swamp Thing, the character was in kind of limbo, relegated to guest star status.
For 2 years, I think, right?
So this includes all of that material. We have Challengers of the Unknown, numbers 81 through 87, DC Comics Presents number 8, and The Brave and the Bold, numbers 122 and 176. Now, all of those, this is the first time they've ever been reprinted and the first time they've been available. Since they were originally published. Now, the thing they added to sweeten the deal, what a lot of people may not have known, is when Swamp Thing was canceled with issue number 24, they were in the middle of working on issue 25, and actually had a good chunk of it done. So this includes absolutely everything they could get their hands on for the never-published Swamp Thing number 25. So that includes all of the pencil art and some of the finished artwork with captions from the latter part of the issue. Includes the entire original plot breakdown and the entire original script. So you have the entire story of what would have been Swamp Thing 25 included here for the first time ever. So, really cool edition. This is the kind of shit I love, is when they have all these rarities pulled together and they're just nice, convenient, reasonably priced collections. So, if you're a Swamp Thing fan and you want to check out the Bronze Age stuff, it's really worth picking that up. Wow, again? You know, JL, there's 23 other buttons on the soundboard. I'm just saying.
Will you please stop?
So much evil. So evil. Oh, the evilness. And last but most certainly not least, I also finally got the Maximized Volume 7, because on a whim, I think it was on the Discord, someone was talking about getting one of you guys was talking about getting the animated series DVD. And you were talking about a little... No, you said you still needed to get it, but someone else had mentioned they picked it up.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh yeah, I should check for that last volume I need, because every time I look, it's like $60 or more, because it's out of print, right? So just on a whim, I looked, and there was one third-party seller that had it for $14, like new. So I was like, buy! It's like, this is it. This is the moment. So that's it. So now I have...
Omnibus edition now, right?
Well, no, they actually have a paperback edition that prints the entire series in 3 volumes. So
yes, those are their omnibus editions. That's what they're doing. They're doing paperback omnibus.
Yeah,
so they're 1,000 pages each. So it's the same size as the omnibus.
No, it's not. They're not 1,000 pages each.
Yes,
like,
they are.
No,
oh my God, there's
no,
a few.
They're not.
The few of them are 1,000 pages. The company that's releasing them, I should say, not all of them are 1,000 pages, but they're up to 1,000 pages. No joke.
Okay, those
not
ones
that specifically one.
No,
but like other stuff that companies produce. Like the Invincible, they had the Invincible Companions or whatever, the 3 volumes where you get all of Invincible. It's 1,000 pages each volume, a little less than the last volume.
What is
Here,
it? It's called.
One of those old omnibus.
It's called the Maxed Out. Is the paperback edition, and it looks like those are going out of print as well. Actually, I show Volume 1 is going for like $99.
So they look like this.
Assassin. That's a really old edition, though, isn't it?
Yes, this specifically, they've reprinted this edition since, but this specifically was the first time they started doing this.
All right, hold on. Just calm your tits for a second. The Max editions are like under 300 pages. They're not 1,000 pages.
Okay, I'm saying this company that's releasing them, these paperback omnibuses.
It's IDW.
Right? Yes, IDW and Image and Dynamite. All 3 of those companies do paperback omnibuses like this.
Okay.
All the Invincibles are in paperback omnibuses. It's bound the same way as the Max editions, but the Max editions are divided over 3 volumes, I guess. Probably because cost.
Yeah.
Honestly.
IDW, I remember, used to do omnibus editions that were smaller than standard comic size. As far as I know, these are regular comic size. That one's regular comic size.
It's slightly
They're
taller,
just
actually, than comic book.
huge.
Just a little bit.
But
It's just gutter on the paper.
Anyway, so the hardcover edition was 7 volumes. The softcover edition's 3 volumes. They're all out of print, I guess. I'm sorry. I thought the paperbacks were still readily available. So, in short, I was freaking lucky to get this as cheap as I did this late in the game.
Yeah,
So,
you were, actually.
I
The
bought,
later reissues are the usually printed
They
runs,
have lower
you know?
print runs, yeah.
Line them up.
For those who weren't here originally, when I got the first 6 volumes, Annetta actually had. She had bought them because she prefers hardcovers over softcovers. So she bought them, and she, read some of it, but she didn't really like the comic as much as she liked the show. She said she found it kind of boring, so she wanted to know if I wanted it, and I was like, hell yeah, I'd love to get that. I love the Max, and I've been wanting to read the original comics for ages, because I've seen the show like a billion times. I love the show, and I just love
to watch it every day.
I love the story, I love the characters,
TV.
and I've always wanted to know what else happened to them. So the original series was 35 issues. So the Max Maximized series reprinted them 5 issues per volume with completely redone color, redone by Sam Keith himself, I believe.
I hope they do a 1-volume omnibus. That'd be cool. Fit that in one omnibus.
Well, that'd be a 1,000-page omnibus, yeah, if they did that.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, been wanting to check it out for ages. So I bought the first 6 volumes off of Annetta because she needed money at the time, and I, still had surplus money at the time.
You were still working, I think.
I was still, at the regular job there, slogging away, and
awful job.
So I had more disposable income at the expense of my soul.
I have to tell you that I am so fucking happy you quit that job and you moved on. Like, really, I'm so fucking happy.
I know.
I know you still get really down, but, like, you were so much happier as a person.
Oh, I know.
No joke.
Thanks for the
Crazy.
subscription, Mr. Incredible. Much obliged, dude. Cheers. I'm a dragon. Rawr. I'm a dragon. Rawr. I'm not a dragon anymore. Anyway, yeah, so Annetta wanted to sell her old comics. She often comes to me when she wants to sell her old comics, says, do you want this? If so, I'll give you a good deal on it. And she'll usually ask for a price that is far below what the actual collector's asking prices are. So, she gives me good deals.
For you.
Yes, thanks, Dumb Mike. So I, of course, jumped on it. So I bought, I forget what she charged. It's like $100 or something for the 6 volumes, which was a really good deal for those. Far less than what I think she originally paid for them. And so I grabbed those, and for the longest time, I only had those 6 volumes. So I've been kind of keeping an eye out, looking for a deal on Volume 7. Finally got it, and I'm very happy. So now, that's probably going to be my bedtime reading once I get to the end of the current batch of stuff I'm reading. And I'll finally know the story of the Max. There were a few spin-off series as well. Like, there was a Sam and Twitch spin-off, which is about the police officers.
I think Sam and Twitch was an image character created by McFarlane originally for Spawn?
I don't remember.
I'm not sure, yeah.
But I remember
Sam and Twitch being... I think.
Oh, wait a second. No, you're right. Sorry, I'm getting my characters mixed up. Yeah, they're from Spawn. They're a Spawn spin-off.
Sorry, I thought maybe they crossed over.
No. I was thinking of something else. There was like 1 or 2 spin-offs, though. I remember that. I don't know how long they were in contrast, but the main thing was the main series, which follows the main story arcs of the characters. So anyway, looking forward to finally checking that out. I always, as I say, really love the animated series and have been wanting to check out the comics for ages. So, which what who? Been subbed to you. Been subbed on YouTube since 2006. Holy shit! Old school. OG. Watched last week and didn't realize this is how you make a living. Well, it is now. For about the past 2 years, I've been doing the Twitch and YouTube thing full time. Mainly Twitch, because that seems to be where the real money is these days. Really, the only way to make money on YouTube is ad revenue, and ad revenue's been shit for like the past decade. So yeah. Oh, Steam. There's something on Steam. Let's
also, didn't we want to talk about SMS?
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get
I'm
there.
just reminding you.
We'll
That's
get
all
there.
I'm doing. Just to remind you.
Remind
Don't
me
forget.
when I'm not in the middle of another subject here, because I'm very scatterbrained today, as you may have noticed. So
I have.
let's go. Oh, your early
You're
onset.
not helping.
Early onset senility. Let me complete a thought before you interrupt me.
No.
Oh my God, Steam! Really, you got to update right now? We're kind of busy here.
Updates. It does that whole update thing every time you start Steam.
I swear.
Want or not.
But it's like actually doing an update. I saw a progress bar there. Okay.
I know. That's
Here we go. What do we got? You received a gift. And the scary car lady's in front of it. Hold on, let's move that.
Oh my
There we
God!
go.
Fart simulator.
Oh my God! We were just talking about this.
Perfect.
We were talking about Farm Simulator, and I think in Skinslip accidentally said Fart Simulator, and we all started laughing.
Mucus brain.
And then Garbage Gamer went on to Steam and is like, "Guys, I found an actual game called Fart Simulator." I'm like, and then we laughed again, and then I guess he bought it for me. So thank you.
Awesome, dude.
He says, "May the farts be with you, always."
Always.
Kerblam, garbage du gamer. So, Fart Simulator 2018 is a great way to have fun for people of all ages and activities. This game won't leave you indifferent. Fart all that moves. Be bold, and no one will stop you. Well,
I love it.
I will
The
accept.
English
Mark,
translation's
all
great.
that moves.
I will accept that game immediately.
Yeah.
And
Install.
and I think we'll install it as well. It's only 274 megabytes, and I have 73
Pretty small.
gigs free. I think we got room. So there
You'll
we
be
go.
right.
We'll
And you can
install
play
that.
it during one of the marathons or something.
That is going to be a I need a brain break game for the marathons, I think.
Everybody fart.
Everybody fart at all thing. Yes. That is wonderful. So, movies. What movies did we watch this week?
Oh yeah.
Movies.
So, I mean, you can do the talk.
Are you about to
can-
run away screaming, Garbage Gamer, or are you going to stick around?
Nah, I gotta run away screaming.
Okay.
All right. Well, good night, buddy.
Have a good night. Thanks for joining us and for bringing all the gamingness into our hearts and farts.
Our farts, our farty hearts.
Our farts
There
of
you go.
darkness.
So yeah.
Oh God.
When we watch two movies, I'll have Stoudman talk about them because I can't have the energy.
All right. Have a good night,
Sorry,
Garbage
guys,
Gamer.
I'm out.
Love you, buddy.
Bye, buddy.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Okay.
Hey, look at that. I am pre-prepared for Garbage Gamer's departure with a
Excellent.
two-person Discord thing. There we go.
Oh.
So now I can just leave you guys on the screen. I don't have to be changing anything, and just. Well, I guess I can big you. I can big you if you're talking one at a time. So you guys watch something?
Fat man eating donut. Okay.
That's a great movie.
So speaking of Enzo
Castellari.
Castellari,
Enzo G. Castellari.
we watched Kioma last week after
Oh,
watching
yes.
Randuel the other week.
Yes, Kioma.
Kioma, otherwise known as
Kioma.
People
know better.
give this movie unfair.
You know what you did.
On Letterboxd, there were a lot of one-star reviews for this movie.
What? A lot of people, it's as you guys will probably now understand when I described it thus, it's different. It has a particular kind of
Great.
vibe about it that other spaghetti westerns don't. And I know a lot of people make fun of
It's
this.
absolutely a revisionist western.
A lot of people make fun of the score, how there's the two singers, the female singer and the male singer, who are essentially singing recaps of the movie to you shortly after they happen. And some people don't like that, but I just thought it kind of worked somehow. Like,
It
It's
does
like
work.
Romeo and Juliet
Yeah.
style.
yeah,
We were talking throughout how you can. Well, I was saying how you can kind of tell the era a western came from the music it uses, because
yeah.
westerns in John Ford era, da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And then westerns from the Sergio Leone era are Whistling,
Yes.
you know.
A lot of whistling, a lot of harmonica.
And then you get into the mid to late 70s, and suddenly it's like there's actually fucking pop music in some of these movies.
Yeah.
Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid literally stars Bob Dylan. He's one of the actors in the film.
Nice.
And Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. You have Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. That song was literally fucking written for that fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's
all right?
literally a musical number in the middle of a western, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it works somehow.
It's
Just because
an important part.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's if you think Kiyoma's music is weird, God, you are going to fucking hate McCabe and Mrs. Miller, which is widely considered to be one of the best fucking westerns ever made.
It's a very idiosyncratic film, though.
Yeah.
But the music in it is very much, you know, it's very different from what you would expect from a typical western.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't make a western bad.
Also, Kiyoma's a slow burn.
Yeah, it is.
It's about intrigue and shit in a fucking town.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of like
yeah.
dream sequences in it.
Mm-hmm.
And memory sequences where
I gotta watch
he's remembering
I got
things
to sometimes
from when he's a kid.
I had to watch it
then
again too, just because I
from when
like
he's a
it.
teenager, and then back when he's an adult.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I can
telling his
understand
life.
people maybe getting confused
It's
about
telling his
that,
life.
but
Yeah.
I wasn't confused by it. I understood what was going on there. And like I said, it's a revisionist western. It's a different take on the mythos of the western. And I love that because the mythos of the western typically is absolutely ridiculous. It's like
I like
nothing like what actually happened.
One part in particular I remember just where the music was used, I thought, effectively. And by this point, you kind of you get the vibe of it and what they're doing with the music and stuff. And it's where I forget specifically what happens, but basically Kiyoma walks into the town and the bad guy's there. The bad guy just turns and sees him, and Kiyoma just kind of walks into the street. And then the song comes on, and it's the male voice going, "Yeah, it's me." almost like the we're hearing the thoughts of the bad guy kind of as Kiyoma walks back in. But there's a lot of like strange moments like that throughout where the you know, as they're riding to the next location or wherever, you'll be hearing a song that's literally recapping the scene you just saw and leading up to the next scene. And they do that through the whole movie. Like, you literally get recaps of everything as you go in the form of these songs. And then other little moments where it's kind of punctuating the moment in the present. And I think a lot of people, why they one-starred is they just didn't like the style of it. Like, there was just something about it,
Very different.
that they couldn't get into. I liked it because it did something different. And I thought it was a little odd, and it did take me about a half hour to kind of catch the vibe and get what they were going for. And then I just kind of went along for the ride. It's like, okay, yeah, I see what they're doing now. But
me and Stout are going to do we have a show that we're working on that when we actually live in together, we're actually going to do a movie review show together.
Yeah.
And we've got a bunch of stuff prepared for it. But that's going to be one of the movies we're going to recover because people crap on it. And we got to set the record straight, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
My favorite scene in the movie, I got to tell you about my favorite scene, all right?
Okay.
It's when they bring the drugs into the town, and then not the four brothers, but there's four people like in charge in the town.
Yes.
And they're like, well, you gotta.
The sheriff and
What do you're gonna have to pay for those drugs? You know, somebody has to pay for those. That's not free. And Kiyoma's just like, that's pretty cheap, 4 cents. And they're like, what do you mean? And it just shows him with his fingers up in front of them in the street. And you just like, well, penny per bullet. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just like, fucking yeah.
4
penny per
cents.
bullet. It's literally one of the best parts. No joke.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't wait until Tarantino uses it in a movie at some point.
Yeah, no
I have
kidding.
trouble bending this one.
That's
without
Europeans.
bending
They do the. I can't do it either. But the Europeans are learn from a young age to like count with this direction.
Yeah. Oh,
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Ah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, that one has a special edition from Arrow. Now you can actually get a nice big special edition.
You know he's
of
still an American because they put it like this. One, not one.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Foreigners,
4.
everywhere else they do this. Everywhere here we do this because we're number one, motherfucker.
Interesting.
We also do this quite well. I'm doing it to myself, so I'm not offending anybody.
You're so rude, Stoud. Go fuck yourself.
I think that's multicultural, though.
Where I saw it was Mill Creek put it out on a double feature disc, one of their spaghetti western Blu-ray double features.
Yeah,
that's where we watched it.
I think it had that, and it was Keoma and the Grand Duel was the other one.
Yeah,
and I think
the Grand.
That's what
we watched.
This
I think the Grand Duel also has a special edition out now.
Yeah, Grand Duel has a DVD.
Oh, it's a DVD. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't there? There's a special edition Blu-ray of Death Rides a Horse coming out though soon, isn't there? Yes.
Yes, there is. I have that.
I want that. But yeah, love Death Rides a Horse. All right. Did y'all watch anything else?
We started to watch Torn Curtain. It's from Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
And Skinslip couldn't quite make it all the way through. Too tired, and I completely understood why. But
I'd already seen the movie, to be fair.
So. Okay.
And that also is true. So.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd seen it apparently a year before with another friend. I forgot until I looked in Letterboxd, which is why I have Letterboxd. I can't remember shit.
Oh. So did you
watch
watch
this
the rest
one?
of it?
I felt like it was a bit. Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Okay.
I felt like it was a bit different from most Hitchcock stuff, but of course, there's always a few things in every Hitchcock movie that's just like, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
But yeah, as like a different take on the spy genre, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really liked it. Yeah, I don't know. I have too much to say about it because, quite frankly, it's not necessarily his best work. It really is not his best work, but it's still good. I've heard that, like, what was his last one? I think was Family Plot, and everybody tells me that one's terrible. Right? I still need to see that one. So
and judge for yourself
when I get around to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think even bad Hitchcock is better than most schlock. So,
this is, I think, the one he did after The Birds, right? Is
it
1966? It's a latter.
Maybe.
It's one of his last movies. One of the later ones.
Last ones, yeah.
Yeah, he only was live for like another 10 years, maybe. Died in the 70s, not
Died in the 70s, yeah.
It's definitely not bad. The one thing I will say that's true throughout all of his movies, and I mean all of them, is that Hitchcock reveled in visual storytelling. Telling you things with the fucking scenery, with the things that you see in the fucking film, and not telling you about what's happening, not having a character tell you the story,
using film,
but having you see the story.
Using film as a visual medium. What a concept.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are the only two movies we watched, but later that week I got the chance to watch two other movies late at night.
Uh-huh.
I kept going with Alfred Hitchcock. I watched Dial M for Murder.
Nice. His only 3D film.
Yeah. And I can see why.
Was there lots of things throwing at your face suspensefully?
No. It really wasn't too 3D. There weren't too many scenes that struck me as like, whoa, that'd look awesome in 3D.
Yeah. Okay.
But that said, I felt like it was another one that wasn't necessarily his strongest.
Yeah.
Not necessarily his strongest work.
Oh.
So I did still like it.
Yeah.
And I like the way that he builds suspense in films, always.
Yeah.
And this is like a crime kind of a story. But there's not really much to write home about here. There's not much to say. It's like, okay.
Does what it
so
says
it's a crime story. There's a lot of intrigue. There's like,
And thanks, Wolf10, by the way, for the bits.
We know who did it. So we get to watch this whole thing unfolding and knowing who did it. and waiting for everybody else, like the inspectors and everybody
Okay.
else to figure it out.
So essentially, it's like a Columbo, where because that's how Columbo was structured. Was you would see the killer and who it is and how they planned it out and everything in the first scene, and then the rest of it would be what did they miss, and how does Columbo figure it out, and that was the whole idea. Was
That's exactly what this is.
okay.
That's one of the
Interesting.
Hitchcock I haven't seen. I need to see that one.
Yeah.
And it's, like I said, it's not bad. I can't think of any
No such thing as a
Hitchcock
bad
movie I've
Hitchcock.
seen that's bad. Yeah.
Birds,
But-
I think Birds is his worst film, and it's not bad. It's still a good.
I
movie.
like Birds.
I do too.
I like
But you
Birds
think
rather
it,
than
look
this.
at all the other movies.
Yeah.
It's way
I think
lower
The
in
Birds
quality.
is okay, but I mean, it's
I
kind
love
of
it.
like it's his special effects movie, you know, like it's his Jurassic Park. But I find the movies of his that really grab me more are the ones that are more deeply about the characters and the characters' motivations and things like Vertigo, like Jimmy Stewart's descent into madness, and Rear Window and Jimmy Stewart's descent into madness. And
He's like seeing Jimmy Stewart descend into madness. That's what we're getting.
pretty much, yeah, because nobody could descend into madness like Jimmy Stewart, you know.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
but I love that
So,
stuff.
I recommend a watch. I don't necessarily think it's something everybody's gonna like, but I liked it.
Oh, see, and now I'm
So
even
then-
more intrigued by it, knowing that that's how
It's
it's
like Columbo,
structured.
basically. Yeah.
It's Columbo without Columbo.
Yeah.
See, if they just put Columbo in it, it probably would have been better.
Well, then finally, the last one I watched this week was Odd Man Out, which is a brutally harsh fucking film. It's just like, it's so depressing.
Excellent.
It's
Carol
like-
Reed was a filmmaker, man. I want to
Yeah.
see that so bad.
This from the same guy, Carol Reed, who did The Third Man.
Yes,
Oh,
the third
nice.
man's amazing, by the way.
Third Man is good.
It's another one that's
I haven't
kind
seen it in
of
a long ass time.
kind of along the lines of film noir, taking a different approach to it, and I don't know where to start with this one because obviously it's
At the
really
beginning.
fucking good,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, it's Carol Reed.
obviously, yeah,
Obviously.
But it's just like- you're not used to seeing movies this dark and depressing from this time period.
Mhm.
And as I was watching it, I just was genuinely like, I got the feeling because it was made in 1947. I had to look at the back, like, when was this made? Because it feels like it's a movie that was made literally right after the war ended, right after World War II.
Mhm.
And sure enough, 1947
Okay.
is when it was released. So it was
Year
made
after.
literally right after
Just
the war
just
ended.
a couple years.
And it feels like it. It feels like
Yeah.
something written by somebody who just feels like the world is fucked and everybody's awful
Yeah.
and there's no redeeming quality in anyone or anything.
Excellent.
There's a
Because
magnificent-
they've been through fucking war.
I'll
and
have to
shit,
see
you know?
that.
There's a magnificent, heavy truthism to Carol Reed's films. All of them.
Yeah.
Worth watching. I saw Third Man like back in high school, in film school, 15 years ago, so I don't remember literally anything about it except that it was good and I really wanted to see it again. Stoudman gave me a copy, obviously, but
Yeah.
we have to watch it still.
Cool.
This has. Oh, gosh, I can't say it because it's like that spoils the fucking ending.
Yeah, don't spoil that one. That one's spoiled.
Has a
Spoil it.
thing in it that was good.
Yeah.
Cool.
It doesn't have. It doesn't. The story. Oh, I can't think of how to say this. It's atypical for the type of story that it is.
Okay.
Throughout the whole fucking thing, it's completely atypical,
Mhm.
and so I can imagine audiences at the time being confused, being not liking it. I don't know how well it actually did at the time, but
Mhm.
it just strikes me as something that at the time
Unbelievable.
most audiences wouldn't have
This guy
appreciated.
says he's a Star
Billy
Wars fan,
Dale.
but he doesn't even have the Ewok movies. Those are the best ones.
Unbelievable.
How can you call
I can't
yourself
believe
a real
JL
Star
did
Wars
that.
fan if you don't have the original?
But yeah, Carol
Ewok
Reed,
movies?
do not go into a Carol Reed movie while depressed.
Yes.
Please,
Oh,
hurt yourself.
yeah.
Please make
Or
sure
do.
you're ready for the experience. The experience will
Yeah.
definitely crush you,
See,
but in a good way.
see, I found when I'm depressed, I love to watch depressing movies.
Me too.
They help me.
But I say that because some people are the exact opposite.
Yeah,
So I'm like that too.
They need
but-
happy things, but yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, his movies, and especially this one, are very much just fuck the world. Everything in it is awful. Everyone in it is awful.
Everything is awful.
He has a very dark vision of
Everything
humanity.
is bad when you're part of a team.
And it's right after the war ended, so you can kind of see where that comes from.
Yeah.
Especially after we
Of
just
course.
fought the war and won against the Nazis. But it's like,
Mhm.
did you really win when you're talking about the Nazis here?
Yeah.
Because we know the story behind that. But yes,
Yeah.
it's a depressing film, but one that has, I feel like, an interesting message, because
I want to watch that.
there is just like this slightest fucking glimmer of hope, but the glimmer of hope comes through in probably the most soul crushing moment in the film. So
Excellent.
like it's that kind of movie. So
I hear
Odd Man Out, I
Odd
definitely
Man Out.
recommend checking this one out when you get a chance.
Yeah. I'll check
And
it out.
that was the last movie I watched.
You can literally pick up any Carol Reed film and you will have a good movie. It will be. You may not like it, but it'll at least be good. And you'll have an experience.
You may not like it, but accept it.
I just have to go. I didn't watch a
Beauty
ton
Tale.
of movies this week. I was watching some TV shows.
I saw American Beauty when it came out. I have the Blu-ray that I'll probably just get rid of. Never gonna.
What I watched here. I'll just be.
I just don't think I'm going to.
second. Should have done this before, but I didn't. 'Cause, you know, preparation. What's that? Yeah. Hold on a sec here.
Someone doesn't prepare for shit. Yes, it was depressing, Gail.
And
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure I watched these this week and not last week. The sense of time in my brain is a little mucked up because of having Rose here for an entire week. So she went back yesterday, by the way, to her mom's. She went back a little bit early, and then she's going to be back here on Friday. So she's actually not here this weekend. So couple things I watched with Rose, which she had never seen, and I wanted to give her a couple of different experiences here. So first up, she had told me I was going to show her this around Halloween, but we ended up watching other stuff. We were just too busy watching the Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween movies,
Good shit.
which take up a lot of time. We still haven't watched all of them either. Just the first few of each franchise. But yeah, anyway, this is one I wanted to show her, and it's a zombie movie, and she was just like, "Oh, zombies aren't scary; they're stupid." I'm like, "Oh, really? How many zombie movies have you seen?" And she was like, She couldn't think of one, so I was like, "Okay, I know what I need to show you." So what I showed her was the movie that made Tom Savini want to get into movies, namely Night of the Living Dead, the original masterpiece from George A. Romero, 1968.
Fuck yeah.
So, yeah, I remember the liner notes for the Laserdisc edition of this that I have has some stuff by Tom's little essay by Tom Savini talking about when he first saw this. It just blew his mind, and he really wanted to get into movies. I mean, he'd already kind of wanted to get into movies anyway, but this is one of the ones that really showed him just how scary horror movies can be. So I was really curious what her take on this was, and she really enjoyed it. Actually, she was quite riveted. I was quite delighted that there were certain parts where she actually looked away from the screen because she found it so horrifying, such as, pardon?
That's adorable, I said.
Yes. Like, I was actually out of the room when Barbara discovers the corpse at the top of the stairs. I was getting our food, and she was just like, ugh, because that's like one of the few jump scare moments in the movie, and it was great.
Two gore scenes, too.
And good gore scene, and she looked away because she was afraid that the camera was going to pull back and show the entire corpse. And she pointed out later in the movie when Ben is dragging the corpse away, she was looking and saying, "Hey, the face looked normal." I'm like, yeah, I know. It's because the... and I explained her, I said, well, it's because they just had a dummy at the top of the stairs and then dragged a real person away for the dragging away scene. And then you could accidentally see her face. It's like, oh. But she's very sharp that way. So watch that. She really liked the actors in it. Thought the Dwayne Jones, who played Ben, was fantastic. She really liked him a lot.
Amazing.
And also, I'm going to spoil something here. I'm going to assume everybody's seen this movie by now because it's kind of one of the big ones that everybody sees.
Wow.
So, at the end, so it's also, I was curious to see what her reaction would be because everybody dies. Every single main character dies. And I know that she's never seen a movie where every single character dies. So we got to the end, and, you know, the last character dies, and and then it's the ending titles as they're dragging his body away and throwing him on the fire with all the corpses, and she's just looking at me like, "What the fuck? What? She's just like, wait, what? But I'm like, and that's the end. What'd you think? She's like, but. She's just like. So it was.
Can't have a movie where everybody dies.
It was
That's some survivors.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, well, you know, kid, it's a little allegory for life right there. Is sometimes, no matter what you do, you just don't win. Life isn't always happy endings. So, I think this was a couple days later. I thought maybe we'll watch something a little more lighthearted, and I really wanted to see this again because I hadn't seen it in a really long time, and she hadn't seen it at all apparently. So we watched Napoleon Dynamite, which she had never seen before.
Sweet.
And it was great. She said like about 20 minutes in, she said this already made her top 5 movies of all time. She really enjoyed it a lot. She said she really loved how chill the characters were, like Pedro and Napoleon, and how they would interact, and the girl, and stuff like that. And it was just a lot of fun. She really enjoyed it a lot. And we watched some of the extras after as well, like where Kip is in like the exclusive club. He's all gangsta now, and then everybody gets to go into the club because Kip is there.
We'll all be dead by the time you
really,
solve
Dale?
this.
That's just rude. So anyway, she really enjoyed it a lot. We had a lot of fun. It was great to see it again. I don't think I'd actually seen it since I bought this 10th anniversary Blu-ray edition. So this is what, from 2004 or whatever, but or 2014, I guess, when this came out. Anyway, we really enjoyed that a lot. And then as for other stuff, that's it for movies. We actually didn't watch a lot of movies this week. We were going to watch some other stuff, but just didn't get around to it. What we did watch was we ended up. I knew she wanted to see the rest of The Mandalorian, so we watched the rest of The Mandalorian. She bawled her eyes out when a certain character died. I'm not going to say who, I'm not going to say when, but there's a point where a character dies. And,
Yeah.
actually,
no!
there's a couple of character
No,
deaths.
you can't do
Stoud
that,
knows the one I'm talking
no.
about, yeah. So she just like grabbed my arm, and I looked over, and her little face all scrunched up, and then the tears started coming, and I was just like, oh, sweetie.
Poor darling.
It was like, why did they have to kill that character? And I'm like, I know. She's like, but I liked him. He was nice. And I'm like, I know. Everybody liked him. We all cried at that part.
Chirrut's dead. All my favorite characters are dead. It's bullshit.
She was so sad. But, and then, of course, the next episode, they have a recap of that and show him dying again.
Oh,
He's
no.
like, don't show it again! But, yeah, so anyway.
Here comes the fire!
I know. Every time that moment happens, I see that little 3-year-old just... Yeah, but, But no, she absolutely loved The Mandalorian, and can't wait till season 2. We were gonna power through the last 4 episodes in one go, but when she found out it was only 8 episodes long, she really wanted to savor the last 4, so we split it up and did 2 and 2, and then it was great. It was fantastic. It's pretty epic series at parts.
Yeah, spoilers, jeez.
And people die in Star Wars stories because, it's a war story in space.
No.
And it's such bullshit.
What? You got to give it a second to
My
kick
characters.
in. You can't start talking as soon as you take it off mute. It takes like a second.
They only kill my favorite characters in that goddamn franchise, I swear.
Yes.
Drives me nuts.
Correct. They
Yeah,
know
like McClunky.
how to destroy your emotions every time. And then what I watched was I finally I watched the last few episodes of this series, this year's series of Doctor Who. So I'm all up to date on that. And man, some pretty big stuff happened in this season that literally changes everything. But one thing I'm enjoying, I'm not going to give anything away here, of course, but one thing I'm enjoying about Chris Chibnall's run on this series, this season in particular, Series 12, is that he's digging deep into the lore and finding stuff that fans have been debating literally for decades, and then actually answering those questions definitively and in the canon. And say, okay, all that thing that you've been debating about since the 70s, here's the answer. So, and there's other stuff too. There's things that call back to things from the 70s. There's things that call back to things from the 80s. And as, a longtime fan, I'm picking up on all this and like, oh my God, they're actually, like literally 30, 40 years later, they're answering that question. They're actually answering the question. And it's... And of course, some fans are pissed off. It's like, how dare he answer those questions? It's like, what's left to answer? Seriously, like, the show's been going for 50-plus years. I mean, why not? Why not give an answer to those questions? And then we can settle those debates once and for all and move on. I mean, I don't know. People are... It's like it doesn't matter what you do. The fans are going to be pissed off, or certain factions of the fans will be pissed off regardless. Personally, I like what they're doing. I really enjoyed this season, and I think they did a great job. And I love that they're doing more sort of callbacks like that to the classic series and dealing with some of these long-standing mysteries that have been around since then. And it's great.
There is a whole new generation of fucking pissy fans who literally get their jollies off. Mm-hmm. Hating everything.
Pretty much.
That's their fucking go-to. That's what they plan to do.
Miserable cunts.
That's their plan. They're like, ooh, a big new movie's coming out. Oh, I can't wait to see this so I can shit all over it. That's literally what they're thinking. They don't want to like it. They go into it wanting to fucking hate it.
In front of their friends, dude.
Talk shit about it.
Yeah.
Don't you want to look cool in front of your friends?
Yeah, I know. It's cool to hate things. Like, when did that become a thing?
Oh my God.
When I was growing up back in my day.
That actually comes with the anger of youth. It's pretty much a pretty common thing for males to go through.
Well,
honestly.
yeah, that's fine. We have all our...
But it's like,
all been
that's
through our
not just
anger
happening
periods.
with youth now. That's happening with people in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s.
Yeah.
It's
Stunted.
Yeah, stunted.
Emotionally stunted man babies.
It's not everybody. It's just the stunted ones that are
The
complaining.
yeah.
This is why the term man-children is used. It's not to be dismissive. It's to literally define the issue here, which is that you're acting like a child and you're fucking 40. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And that doesn't mean like you collect toys. Mm-hmm. That's not the same thing. That's not a negative thing.
I can't wait.
Anybody can collect toys and watch fucking cartoons, and that's not a childish thing to do.
No.
Right.
Bitching and whining and moaning about something you didn't like that much is fucking childish.
Yeah.
Harassing people that in something you didn't like very much.
That is way out of line. If you want to bitch and moan and whine like on your YouTube channel, fine, more power to you. But when you start actually harassing people who worked on the show or whatever, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit.
Poor Rose. I feel
When I
bad.
got people literally telling me that I'm not allowed to have the opinion that the end of Game of Thrones was actually good.
Yeah.
That
Oh, too bad it was.
It's a fact. This movie, that this,
Or that Last
this
Jedi
show,
was
the
good.
end of this show was
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
Yeah.
They say
God
it's a
forbid
fucking
it has an
fact.
ending you don't like. Whatever.
It's a fact. I'm like,
It's
that's
a
not a
fact.
fact. That's an opinion. It's
Yeah.
your opinion that part of the series sucked, and it's my opinion that it was good. And he's like,
Yeah.
well, you can have that opinion, but you're wrong. I'm like,
Like, no, you know what's wrong? A racist opinion.
But
That's
I like.
the only opinions that are really wrong.
No, well, also a misinformed opinion is wrong.
Yeah, yes, misinformed
because
opinions,
You're
correct.
lacking information
racism,
to
technically,
form
to be fair.
an actual argument. And a lot. When we talked about this, we did a video about that stuff. You and I talked about the ending and the fact that.
Dick.
Yes, the fact that
thank you, Jay.
a lot of the supposedly out of nowhere twists in the last season were not out of nowhere, and they. Where the hell did Stoud go? He just disappeared.
I'm right here.
Oh, there you are. Okay, it went.
What?
It keeps going black.
The hell?
There we
Okay.
go.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you turned black for a second.
Are you-
I saw it. Yeah, I
Are
saw
you
it.
trying to do
What the
other
fuck,
things?
Discord? No. I have nothing else up. What?
It's not perfect, but you know.
Anyway, at least it's been
Better than it
better
was.
than you were having with the app. But yeah, this is how a lot of those things were not out of the blue. It just means taking events of the previous several seasons from a slightly different perspective, a very intentionally hidden perspective that when you look back, it makes sense. But at the time, you weren't supposed to know. That was kind of the point. Like, the whole thing with, I'll just say the whole thing with one particular character was you were intentionally supposed to fall in love with that character and find no fault with her actions. So that when she does what she does at the end of the series, it's supposed to be shocking. The whole point was she was pulling the wool over the eyes of her followers and us. But if you go back and actually look at her actions, knowing what you know about what the ultimate result of that is, you go like, oh yeah, well, shit.
More season friendly, but they're
Yeah.
doing a pre-show, right? A show that takes place.
They
down-
give you little
Yeah.
hints throughout the fucking series. They give you little hints
Yeah.
of the person she really is.
There's a lot of hints.
Just
It's
saying.
lost, but
Yeah.
good and coherent.
Yeah. And then Last Jedi. I mean, all these people just shitting all over it, and then I just don't get it. And we see the same thing with Doctor Who. We see the same thing with Doctor Who. Ever since, well, actually, honestly, ever
God
since
forbid the girl's wearing pants.
ever since the show came back, in fact, every single series since 2005, there's always been this group of fans that just has this and this and that problem with it. Usually something to do with homophobia or misogyny. And, basically just shitting all over it for no reason. And it's like, okay, I
They're
mean,
too obtuse to realize they're being homophobic.
with any series, there's going to be good and bad episodes. But no, the whole series as a whole is not crap because you don't agree with this one aspect of it. I mean, it's ridiculous. So, I don't know. Anyway, I've been enjoying the new series. I love the direction they went in with this season in particular. And I love that they've gone back to having longer story arcs. And this story arc in particular, we got a big chunk of it this season, but there's obviously more story to tell there, which presumably we'll get in the next one. So, it's great stuff.
What annoys me about the fucking fandoms like that is that I don't have a problem with you not liking what you don't like.
Yeah,
and being
right.
vocal about it. Be as vocal as you want to be about how much you don't fucking like what you don't fucking like.
Yeah.
But if I say that I like it, that doesn't mean that you get to fucking try and dox me or some shit. Like that,
shame.
because,
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't fucking agree with me.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to agree on things. We can disagree, and I can think that this is good, and you can think it's bad.
Yeah.
Disagreeing doesn't
And-
mean you're a bad person.
You
A
don't.
responsible, reasonable adult doesn't respond to somebody liking something you didn't by fucking trying to dox them or
destroy their life.
Destroy
Make it
their
lose their
life.
job.
Yeah.
You're
You know?
canceled.
Or or try to cancel them or make them look like a piece of literal fucking shit. It's just like, holy shit, the amount of hate that I get from you just because I fucking shared an opinion.
I know.
Just because I dared to say I like something.
Specifically.
That the whole fucking world has decided that I don't get to like.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's ridiculous.
Fuck you.
You literally
I will like what I like.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say to that.
Yeah. What else? I'm almost caught up on Picard as well. I've been catching up on Picard. Really enjoying Picard. Yeah, I don't know what more to say about it other than that. It's also it's different from Next Generation. That Next Generation was the old, self-contained story every week, except for the two-parters, which were two-parters. This one is more like a modern show where it's a serialized story. So each episode is a chapter of that story.
Justin's turned into fucking Cinemax for me.
He has, yes.
I understood that reference.
The
Only 90s kids.
So anyway, really enjoying it because it's, as we said on a few occasions, I think it's the first sort of continuation of the Prime universe that we've had that isn't a prequel or an alternate universe or something like that. It's just a straight-up sequel to the events of Nemesis, set 25, 30 years later, or 20 years later, something like that. And it's good. I'm really enjoying it. It's great. You see the return of a lot of familiar faces, and there's a lot of new characters as well. And we get answers to a lot of questions people had as to, well, what happens next after the events of Nemesis, and the end of the whole Next Generation series and movie cycle. What's next? And there has been side lore, which has tried to answer that question. Probably the biggest one being Star Trek Online, which has like full storylines that you can play around in that take place after. From what we've seen in Picard, some of that is very similar to what is, I guess, now the official canon, as we're seeing it in Picard, as to, the relocation of the Romulans and things like that. So they've, but it's good stuff. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm enjoying the ongoing story. The whole thing about the synths, and we get a little bit of
improved.
Yeah, there we go. That looks better.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it very much.
Definitely don't have the network to stream it.
No, CBS All Access. No.
Yeah, I don't pay for that.
But yeah, no, it's good stuff. And I mean, for me, it's just kind of refreshing to return to the Prime universe, which we haven't really been in for a very long time, So it's great to go back there. Although I guess Discovery is technically in the Prime universe, but it's it's another prequel. It's another prequel. It doesn't suck. It's all right. It's just a little different.
In my opinion, it sucks.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen the first 6 episodes.
Okay, all right. I've only seen.
It wasn't my thing. It's actually not a bad show. I just don't like it.
I've seen the first episode, and then I've seen all the shorts that they put out. The shorts are really good. They take place all over the timeline. Yeah, so yeah, I really want to get to season 2 of Discovery because that's when they partner up with Christopher Pike and the original Enterprise. And that sounds really interesting to me. I'd really like to. I've always liked the idea of seeing some of their adventures, the original Enterprise crew. I guess they're not the original crew. That would have been Captain Archer, but
I'd like to see some of his
the Christopher Pike crew. I want to see the Christopher Pike crew and what they did. It's so should be good.
But yeah, I'd watch that. I'd watch that again. I gotta give it a chance. I think.
Yeah.
I'll just give it a few years to fall out of my brain.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Creepshow. That's getting a Blu-ray release, actually.
Creepshow's
getting a Blu-ray
release. Creepshow is getting rave reviews, by the way.
Yeah. There's a second season in the works.
Blu-ray.
It's very well received. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. You've never watched any Star Trek at all, Bone Shaver?
Oh,
wow.
Man.
Wow.
Wow.
You should.
I just can't even fathom that. I mean, most people have seen at least some of it somewhere.
Honestly, I'd say start with Next Generation.
Start with the movies.
Next
No,
Generation
start
is
with
good. Or the
movies.
movies. Yeah, the movies
Yeah.
are good. I mean, I
first
saw a
movie
bit of the
was
original
long.
series when I was a kid. I don't really remember much from that period. The thing I first mainly remember is seeing the first movie in theaters when it came out. And I thought it was incredibly boring. And then the second movie came out, and I liked that one because it was more action. But
the first movie's a bit slow,
but
slower.
hold on. In later years, I came to develop a very deep appreciation for the first movie and all that it does. Basically, being older, I guess I have
The
more.
universe for people who haven't seen Star Trek in like 10 years or whatever.
Yeah, well, it is, and there's a lot of. I really like the reunion stuff during the first half, and I like the whole mystery of V'ger and everything. It's just fascinating to me, and there's some beautiful special effects. And to me, I've always said that the first one is the most Star Trek-y in that their mission was to get out there and explore unknowns, and it's like, of all the movies, it's the most unknown and mysterious of all the unknowns they encountered in the movies.
And
So it's the
as
most Star
commonly
Trek,
stated,
you know?
5 is the worst.
5, well, yeah, 5 definitely has some issues. It's like, oh, it's my brother that we've never mentioned or heard about ever until now.
All right.
Yeah.
But it's an okay movie.
It has its
It's
moments.
ridiculous.
It has some moments. But
Compared to mainstream.
the other one, I guess, in terms of unknowns would be that are the most Star Trek-y and capture the vibe of the show would be the fourth one with the whales, because the probe shows up on Earth and it's so alien they don't know how to communicate with it, and then until they realize they have to find whales because it's speaking whale speak. So, yeah, and that was a very Star Trek-y premise, which was a lot of fun and I enjoyed. And Star Trek 2 is just great because we get Khan back and Ricardo Montalban being pure evil, which, you know. 2, 3, 4. Yes. 2, 3, 4 is a great trilogy. Absolutely. 3 is...
Yeah, it's right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It still kind of suffers from, you know, Kirk versus snarling villain syndrome, which a lot of the movies suffered from, but...
I feel like number 3's villains were fucking wasted, too.
But
kind
it's
of like
Christopher
a
Lloyd.
non-ending.
It's Christopher Lloyd and John Larroquette as Klingons. And, you know, come on.
They're amazing actors.
Christopher Lloyd was in a rare villain turn, actually, Christopher Lloyd.
Mhm.
And he was a lot of fun in that, I thought. He was a great villain. Great baddie.
And how could you say no to 4, where we get the beautiful "Hello, computer"?
All of the stuff to go back in time. See, now, that's an example of a novelization that adds more stuff. So, in the novelization of Star Trek 4, there's a lot more stuff that they do, more funny moments and such when they're back in the past that weren't in the movie. Maybe they were in an earlier draft, maybe they got cut, maybe they were just made up by the author. But apparently, the book's a lot of fun because it has more of that stuff that they just wouldn't have had time for in the movie. The reason I mention this is there's all of this hubbub about the novelization of The Rise of Skywalker. Oh, look, Star Wars fans up in a tizzy about something.
Oh my god, that
And
fucking...
you know what I'm talking about? And it's
Yeah.
because the novel of The Rise of Skywalker has some stuff that isn't in the movie. You know,
shocker.
like every novelization of a movie ever.
Or any novel.
But how the Star Wars haters are taking it is, oh, this is just Disney backpedaling and trying to fix all of those problems with the story in the movie by correcting them. And, yeah. No.
So, is this your backwards way of saying you like what they did with it? Yeah.
So what it
They
was...
liked it. You guys, they liked it. They liked it.
I haven't seen the last movie of Star Wars yet.
No, I haven't seen it yet either. It's coming out on Blu-ray later this month, I think. So, I definitely want to get
or
that.
early next month, one of the two, yeah.
No, it's later this month. It's like March 24th, I think, or 30th, or I can't remember. It's like,
More
Yeah.
content, whatever. Like
anyway, yeah. So it's just like all of the Star Wars fans suddenly forgot what a novelization is. But I think the crux of their argument is that normally these types of novelizations come out around the same time as the release of the movie. Sometimes they even come out a little before the release of the movie. The original Star Wars book came out like several months before the movie was released. like the original Star Wars novelization. But this one, for whatever reason, has been delayed until now, or I don't think it's even out yet, actually. I think it's coming out soon, which is unprecedented. Normally, they don't wait this long to put it out. But I figure, well, maybe they're delaying it because they just want to avoid spoilers for people who haven't seen the movie. Or what have you. Or maybe just the fucking book wasn't done yet. Sometimes authors get swamped and it's a huge project and, whatever. Who knows? But they're taking it as, it's only being delayed because they deliberately held it back to put more stuff in to fix all the problems with the movie story. Here's my counter argument to that, and I peppered this with a lot of facts and information that I think you will find valuable.
And a couple F words.
Shut the fuck up. That's my counter argument. Shut the fuck up, you fucking moron. Yeah. So that's what... So basically, the novelization is what a novelization is. A novelization that adds some stuff. Read any novelization of any movie ever. Guarantee ya, it adds some stuff. Because guess what? A book is a little bit longer than a movie.
And it can be more detailed.
Yeah.
You can get into people's minds.
Also,
easier.
sometimes the novels are written so far in advance of the release of the movie, they're written from an earlier draft of the script that sometimes contradicts what happens in the movie. That may be what happened here, because they did a lot of changes as they were making the movie. So yeah, they got to go back and change stuff because they want the books and everything to match up with the canon and be all part of a unified canon in the Disneyverse. So
When does the movie come out, by the way?
So the like for example, The Thing, the novelization of John Carpenter's The Thing, which is a wonderful novelization, by the way. I think it was...
I was going to say, almost all novelizations are based on earlier drafts, by the way, because they have to be done before the movie comes out.
The Thing is a perfect example of this, because there's no clear description of it in the book. And the reason for that is, Alan Dean Foster, I think, wrote it, wasn't allowed to see any of the production work, so he had no idea what The Thing actually looked like. So he had to write the novelization, where everything relies on description, to describe this alien creature. They had no idea what it looked like. On top of that, it was adapted from an earlier draft of the script, in which this whole middle, 20-minute section from the middle of the movie was changed in the final film. And so it doesn't happen like that. There's a whole sequence where one of the dogs, one of the Thing-infected dogs, escapes, and it's running out into the Arctic somewhere, and they have to go out after it and hunt it down. Meanwhile, one of the 2 or 3 guys who went off to hunt it may also be infected and be waiting to get the other guy alone to infect him as well. We don't know for sure, but that's part of the suspicion. So it's this big, long, elaborate scenario, and it's really good and really suspenseful and everything, but they cut it out of the movie, and they just decided to keep it all contained on the base instead.
It would be, I think it would derail the movie with a side thing.
No, I think they made the right decision. And at least as far as the movie goes, it made more sense to keep everything contained and isolated, because it gives you that claustrophobic feel.
I love that.
In the case, so do I. It's a fucking masterpiece. Love it. But in terms of the book, with the book, it actually works out okay. There's a logical reason for it and everything. I don't think the storm is fully hit. They're trying to get the dog before the storm hits so they can get back and hold themselves up. So, it has its place and it works within that context. I mean, that's the nice thing about a novel is you can do a lot of stuff that might not work as well in the film. You can add things to the story. You can change things from the story. So in the case of Star Wars, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. So I'll just say they took a certain plot point from Dark Empire, which I knew about that. I fully as soon as I heard that character was coming back, I fully expected that to be the reason. I was not surprised at all. And some fans are saying that they didn't make that clear in the movie, and it's well, he's sitting next to a shit ton of clone tanks. What did you think? What did you think was happening? Do you need it spoon-fed to you?
They are fans of Channel Awesome content where if it's not explaining dialogue, it must be a bad movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's explained visually, and you're given plenty of context. Yeah, so I don't know.
Show, don't tell. Always. all ways if possible. Show, don't tell.
Visual medium.
Yeah.
So yeah, they explain it in the book a little more because you can't see it. So they explain it a little more there.
I like some of the novelizations. Like,
I don't know.
Like the Jaws the Revenge novelization.
Yeah.
Like turns Jaws into like a voodoo curse put on the family.
Okay. Interesting.
It's actually really cool. It's a completely different kind of movie it would have been if they had gone with that.
They had gone with that. Yeah.
But there's a curse on the family, and that's why the shark keeps coming back to kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the revenge part. For some slight they did when one of their ancestors did it. One of them did it.
Those damn ancestors pissing off the shark people. All right, folks. Well, on that note, I forgot. It's not set in stone yet, but those of you who like Saturday Morning Forever from back in the days, we're thinking about bringing it back in slightly revised form. So, not sure when, but soon. It won't be tomorrow. It's up to me, apparently.
It can't be tomorrow because I'm going to be fucking sick of the
We've been talking about shows. We're looking at doing it on Sundays. Just not sure when. SMF is Saturday Morning Forever, which is basically a group viewing session where we watch cartoons for many hours and have a good time.
Like adults.
Like adults, yeah. Specifically 80s and 90s cartoons with some early 2000s stuff, but very little. We're kind of keeping it contained to, and some 70s stuff too, but mostly 80s and 90s. So
no anime yet.
Yeah, it was around. It was around the same time we did Go Lion. That's correct, D Large. I think we did that, and then we did. Well, it wasn't at the time. It was a Saturday Morning Forever came out of that, where we were doing group viewings of Transformers, Go Lion, Star Blazer, or not Star Blazers, Space Cruiser Yamato, and Die Rugger. We did all those, and it was great. And we started doing Ninja Turtles that way as well. And then we got the idea, well, why don't we do like a Saturday morning thing where we watch a whole bunch of things? And that's what we were doing it. And we did it for 17 weeks and then just never got back to it. So,
happens.
So we're going to change it up a little bit.
He was burnt out at the time, honestly, on streaming. To be fair.
Yeah. And I was also working full time, so it was a lot on my plate, just so many hours in the day. So anyway,
yeah, it was also back when you were still doing YouTube videos regularly.
Well, yeah. So there weren't enough hours in the day. So, so what we're looking to do is kind of an amalgamation of the two formats. Where previously we would watch just kind of pick a show and power through it over the course of several sessions. And then with Saturday Morning originally Saturday Morning Fridays, but then we changed to Saturday Morning Forever because Fridays didn't work for everybody. Still the same initials though, SMF. Haha. And thanks Skinslip for that one. So it was. So then we would watch one episode a week of like 7 different shows. So we would just be going through all these different shows. It was fine as a format. The problem was we never got any of the shows done. Well, no, we got one done. We got Visionaries done.
Yeah, that's right.
But it was going to take like literally 5 years to get through some of those longer shows.
It really was going to take 5 years.
It was literally going to take 5 years. So, so basically, what we're planning to do now instead is we'll sit down. We'll do like 13 episodes in a block. So we'll do say 13 episodes of Thundercats one week, and then the following week we'll watch a single season 13 episode show that only ran those 13 episodes. So like Inhumanoids or something. And then the next week, we'll watch another 13 episodes of Thundercats. And the following week, another one-off 13 episodes. And just kind of alternate back and forth like that.
Yeah, keep it fresh. Yeah.
So that way, we're still watching huge chunks of a big show, but then also watching a whole bunch of different shorter shows. So it gives us a lot of variety as we go. So that's kind of the idea. So I think we're thinking Thundercats for our first big show because it's the biggest one and we've been trying to get through it the longest.
10 years later,
this will be the third attempt. To be fair, we didn't get very far in our second attempt, so we'll be back to where we left off within 2 sessions.
And that was also true, yeah.
Yeah. And then we were thinking of doing a Marvel show for the first short show. So I think we were looking at maybe Hulk, the Incredible Hulk 80s show, or Silver Surfer is another one, because those are both 13 episodes. So, and anybody who has Disney Plus can watch them now, because they're actually all on Disney Plus. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So, there you go. So that is the tentative plan. Funny enough, Care Bears is on the list. I don't know where we're going to drop it in, but
way later.
We're probably going to watch a few episodes just one week. We were going to watch like some of the more little kid-oriented stuff, just kind of as a one-off session. Watch a few episodes or something.
Some of the really bad shows.
We're gonna have
unwatchably bad.
We're thinking of having like a bad show week, like we'll watch like the pilot episode of Battletoads and Double Dragon and I don't know, some other stuff. There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
The 80s and 90s produced a lot of content, so.
Probably no Teddy Ruxpin. That was geared at a younger audience.
Teddy Ruxpin is good though.
Is it?
It's actually
I'm willing to revisit it.
It's like a fantasy adventure show, you know, and it is it has distinct story arcs to it as well. Like there's like continuing story arcs. There's like 3 or 4 story arcs over the course of the series. So, yeah, that's a possibility. We'll see. Not a huge priority, but it would be a fun one for sure. But we're going to do stuff like, you know, we're going to do, get back to G.I. Joe. We'll watch that. We'll do Gem and the Holograms. We'll do, you know, Jason the Wheeled Warriors. Actually finish it this time. Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers. Actually finish it this time. You know, and then one-offs, things like Starcom, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Incredible Hulk, Silver Surfer, Dino Riders,
Extreme Dinosaurs.
Inhumanoids. We'd like to do Real Ghostbusters and Extreme Ghostbusters at some point.
Yes. 100% yes.
We definitely want to finish TMNT. Yeah.
I think we might just pick up at the end of TMNT.
Yeah, TMNT, we're just going to pick up where we left off, because we were pretty far in. We were like 40 episodes into it, I think. So
we were like far in, yeah.
I can find the exact number. I've still got all the original
I just don't want to watch the Bull episode again. I really don't. That's really what it boils down to. That episode was so bad.
This is a bunch of bull. And they literally had a bull in a china shop. It was great. Possibly Batman the Animated Series, yeah. Probably not Batman Beyond, because that's getting into 2000s, and then it just gets to be we're doing way too much Batman stuff. But we could probably do the original Batman Beyond, or the original Batman Animated Series.
Definitely could do the Super Friends shows, though.
We could do the Super Friends. A lot of those were short as well. So yeah,
do
anyway.
like one week and then wait a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe do another one. We don't have to do it like in a row or anything.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously we're not gonna have like it's Super Friends Summer, where we watch nothing but Super Friends every day, all day. Oh God, I'm so burned out on Super Friends. So, yeah. So anyway, that's the plan.
Maybe watch a season of Super Friends, like really break that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how about there were like 16 episodes? We might do like 8 and 8 rather than all 16 in one go. You know,
yeah, sure.
Pepper
That's probably a good idea.
With a couple of things. There's also short things that are only 5 episodes. We're talking about like robotics. Robotics is only 5 episodes long. You know, Saturday Super. Well, the problem with Saturday Supercade is a lot of that stuff is really hard to find. There's a lot. Yeah, Swamp Thing's only 5 episodes.
But it was half muted.
I think Toxic Avengers was only 5 episodes, wasn't it? Just a miniseries.
13.
Oh, it was it was 13. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's one we could do as a one. Earthworm Jim was 13. We could do that as a one-off.
So we have lots of options.
Yeah,
is the idea.
A lot of good stuff. So
we do have a chat in the Discord for Saturday morning Fridays.
Yeah, there's an actual forum for it on the Discord, so you can check it out there. Toxic Crusaders versus Captain Planet. Not gonna watch Captain Planet. Didn't like it when it was on. Don't
Captain
like it
Planet's
now.
Awesome, dude.
I
love Captain Planet.
The power is yours.
Great, dude.
Yeah. I would like us to watch the rest of Captain Power, though. We should have some live action shows in the mix. There's stuff.
Whatever.
Captain Power. Don't
No Captain
whatever
Planet, no
Captain Power.
No Captain Planet, no Captain Power.
No Captain
Broker
Planet.
deal.
No,
No Captain Power then.
my show.
I just won't show up for him.
I'll just put Captain Power on.
I'll just not be there for that showing.
Oh, don't be like that. Don't ruin this
Well,
before it's
you're
even.
being like
Don't
that
ruin this
already.
before it's even started. Seriously, all right? I will not take trolling about Captain Power. Enough is enough. It's Joe Michael Straczynski. It's good shit, and you know it.
That's great. He's so sensitive about Captain Power. It's great.
That was my show in 1987-88. I was like that was like the thing I was obsessed with. So
Yeah,
You know.
you bring it up all the time.
I know.
JL.
Because we're gonna watch the rest of it, and you'll get to see the end of it and see why it was so good. But anyway,
I'm not gonna like it.
so there's that, and there's also
Unlike the fans who hate everything ahead of time.
and there's the Filmation live action stuff we could put in there as well, like Jason of Star Command, where we have
I have it.
what's his face.
Hard drive.
God, you turned my brain to mush. What was the guy, Captain Spaulding?
Oh.
Me.
Oh.
What's his name? He
Sid
just
Haig?
does. Sid Haig.
Oh.
Thank you, Sid Haig.
Jesus Christ.
Has
Thank
Sid Haig as the main villain in Jason of
Yes.
Star Command. It's the first thing I ever saw him in, and he's amazing in it.
I
It's
figure
just
we'll do
hamming
like
it up.
some of the live action shows way later. When
Yeah,
we're, like,
and there's
done
like Arc 2.
Arc 2 only.
And there's Space Academy, which ties into Jason of Star Command. And there's, yeah,
Thunderbirds we could do
possibly.
at some point.
Or
Or any of the other Superman
we could.
shows.
The problem with He-Man Funk Monk is it's 130 episodes long. Plus, there's like 90-something episodes of She-Ra. Plus, there's the 90s or the 80s remake series in space. Yeah, the New
love that
Adventures. Yeah, they're
We're
all
definitely gonna do that one.
they're all great, but there's just so much of it. Like it's almost overwhelming how much there
I
is.
think we should throw it in every now and then.
Thundercats.
We'll fully get through it.
Thundercats is 130 episodes, but that's easy to break up. It was, you know,
Thundercats.
we'll do so. Like, Thundercats did 4 seasons. There was what was it? One 165 episode season. There was a 5-part miniseries, and then there was 3 20 episode seasons. So it's a total of 130 across all of them. But that's
I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
that's pretty easy to break up.
Thundercats was the best of all the Saturday morning cartoons. Objectively,
Whoa.
the best.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Wrong.
Stoud
No.
loves
Wrong opinion.
Thundercats, especially Tigra.
It's got everything. It's multifaceted.
Well,
And
Thundercats
it's
is pretty amazing.
reflective of like a lot of the major Saturday morning cartoons. You know,
Mhm.
it's got the same kind of characters in it and everything,
Hmm.
but it's got something that everybody can enjoy.
Yeah.
and everybody can relate to for the most part. So
True.
Read the fucking Discord,
Yes.
Punk Monk.
very
Jesus.
good. Very good stuff.
You like.
Oh,
everyone just
Thundercats
name
is
things
great.
In the Discord.
Well,
Go to
and
the Discord.
The
There's
thing,
a list.
the thing I liked about it, and I think we talked about this at the time, was the fact that a lot of shows from that era were all about having the moral lesson at the end of the episode, and they would have the little sort of epilogue at the end of the episode of Thundercats, but it wasn't necessarily the moral lesson. The moral lesson was kind of
G.I. Joe.
over the course of it. You know, Lion-O was the boy lord in the body of a man, so he was still learning about things, and we as the viewer, the kids watching, learn things through Lion-O, and we learn the lessons about life through what he goes through in his adventures. So it's like the moral lesson was just kind of worked into the plot kind of organically, rather than being a definite moral at the end of the story. He-Man would always have the moral at the end of the story. G.I. Joe would have the moral at the end of the story. You know.
We're gonna do G.I. Joe at some point, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thundercats had more Thundercats telling puns at the end,
Yeah, there'd be like a
that.
goofy joke
You know.
of some kind. Yeah.
and some canned laughter after.
Everyone laughed. You know?
Yeah, that's right. All standing there
Never fun.
jiggling as the camera pulls back.
Gee, Lionel, you were young once. I guess it was like that.
Or they fought some guy in a snow cave. That was snow fair.
Oh god.
But yeah.
Cold shoulder to me,
And also-
Lion-O.
And also, it was just a really cool mix of sci-fi and fantasy elements, which I think gave it a very unique kind of
Wait,
world.
finish?
You know?
Did we finish Jason the Wheeled Warriors?
No.
Oh, goody.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely going in. Don't worry. And best of all, under the new format, that means we'll be watching 13 back-to-back episodes every time we watch it. So that's going to be amazing. I think the most we ever watched in one sitting was 9. And Stoud was like just so ragey by the end of it. It was wonderful. I can only... I get hard just thinking of how ragey Stoud's going to be after 13 episops.
Oh.
It's going to be amazing. You guys are going to be in for a lot of fun.
Oon.
And the Wheeled Warriors. Yeah.
That's
It's
right.
so... the characters in that are... It's a low-rent fucking Saturday morning cartoon. It is.
Hey,
It's not bad. It's just not good.
Hey, that was Joe Michael Straczynski too. Actually, it was thanks to him that it's as good as it is.
From him that I don't like.
Yeah, that one's perfect.
Joe also did a lot of episodes of He-Man.
Hey, don't talk shit about this guy.
And
whose work you
the Real
hate.
Ghostbusters.
Okay.
So, yeah. See,
Well,
you
there
just
go. That's a good one. He did a good one. Yeah,
you haven't.
Real Ghostbusters.
Yeah, you'll get there. You'll soon discover the magic and splendor that is Jason the Wheeled Warriors and why it is so beloved by fans all over the world. You just need to get past your irrational hatred of the superior character that is Oon.
He's amazing. Best sidekick character in all
I
cartoons.
think Oon's a great I legit think Oon is a great sidekick character that is useful at times.
No.
Yeah, he has saved their butts on many occasions.
No.
Like you put him and Snarf together, and that is an unstoppable force right there.
That's true. That'd be a great show, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
show
Adventures of
sidekick.
Oon and Snarf.
No.
Oh, all the sidekick. You could have
Yeah.
Bob the robot from Mask and
Herbie the robot from Fantastic
Herbie the
Four.
robot from Fantastic Four.
And Rosie the robot from Jetsons.
We definitely want to do Exo Squad as well, Major and Toga. Don't worry, they're all. We're not forgetting about any of the ones we left out, like that we left off. Any ones that were
Exo Squad is
incomplete.
happening.
Any ones that were incomplete, we will get back to at some point.
Somewhere in the future.
Snarf.
But what the plan is that we're gonna,
Far away
rather
from
than
here.
spreading ourselves across umpteen shows, we're just gonna focus on one big show, one short show. Back to that big show, another short show, and just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then we'll actually get things done. We'll actually get through shows because like a 65 episode show like Jace or Galaxy Rangers or the first season of Thundercats, that's 5 sessions. 13 episodes a session. That's 5. That's nothing. We'll be done each one in like less than 2 months. So, yeah. It'll actually make it doable.
Yeah.
Just think, Stoud. 2 solid months of Jason the Wheeled Warriors. I'm excited.
God help us all. No.
He'll be very grateful for those 13
I will
episode
watch in the
breaks.
back. I'll have it on in the background. How about
I
that?
thought you were going to say in the bathroom. But no, we need the maximum Stoud rage that we can extract from that.
No.
I think you're muted, Skinslip.
No.
I see your lips
No.
moving.
Do Scooby-Doo, too, at some point.
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
We could do Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, because they have a bunch of short
Pup named
series, and they have
Scooby-Doo.
one long...
Could do some, yeah.
A pup named Scooby-Doo was Saturday morning cartoon.
Pup named
true.
Scooby-Doo was fun. I actually enjoyed that one.
Oh, God. That's all right, I'll rewatch all of it.
Scooby-Doo.
Long time.
Oh, there you go.
I love Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo's fun.
Scooby-Doo.
I really want
Where are
the
you?
I really want the Blu-ray set they put out of the original series.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh,
Me too.
I've held it
I
in
need
my
to-
hands, and caressed it gingerly, and then
Yes, he
put it
was.
back on the
Draven.
shelf.
Yes, he was.
Was he? I never watched the movies. They look terrible.
Which what? Who?
The live
They're
action.
enjoyable.
The first two are okay. They're fun. I mean, you mainly watch it for Matthew Lillard as Shaggy, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
he is Shaggy in live action.
Freddie Prinze Jr. was Fred, though, right?
He was Fred, yeah.
Okay job.
It's all right.
Okay.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar was Daphne. And I think Linda Fiorentino
Another
was
choice.
Velma. I know what a big Linda Fiorentino fan you are, Skinslip.
Who isn't?
Well, true.
Who isn't? Exactly.
She was the one, basically, that gave us the sexy Velma. So now, Velma is a sex symbol. She never was before that.
That's absolutely
People
true.
make jokes about it, but that was the first time they made it canon.
It made it, yeah, exactly. So now Velma is considered the sexy one, like more so than Daphne, who's always intended to be the sexy one. It's like, no.
The pretty one. Anyway.
You know, I'm all about that Velma action. Smart is sexy. And love a girl with glasses.
I always liked Velma.
Love a girl with glasses. Yep.
Nerds forever.
Nerds forever. That's right. 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. That's a good one we could do.
Plus, they have the ending movie.
They have the ending movie now, yeah. That's one I need, both of those.
You should get them. I have them.
Yes, I want them. I could have sworn I had 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo.
3 a.m., guys.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, I should probably go to bed, huh?
Oh, yeah. Time change tonight. Don't forget, everybody, in case your clocks don't change automatically. It's the spring.
I am not looking forward to the
It's the
Sonic
shitty
show.
one. It's the one where we lose an hour. So you guys set your clocks ahead an hour. It's not the good one where we gain an hour.
The worst part about it is that it happens on the weekend. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
This is the only time most people get off, and you're taking an extra hour.
I get off every day.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Yep. And yes, Vincent Price is always good. Vincent Price as Vincent.
Yes. Awesome.
I love it. Alrighty then. We will see you all next time. Am I streaming? Yeah, I'll stream for a bit. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'll come back and I'll do something. I'm going to take a break, though, and then come back. So whoever sticks around, I'll see you then. And whoever doesn't, I won't. So thanks for coming out to Saturday Night InSaNiTy for another week. Hope you had a good time. We had a lot of stuff to cover, too. It was a pretty good show this week, I think. We had fun. And we'll see you next time. Till then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Can't get the thing ready ahead of time
Make
because
a
it requires
with
me
you
being
all.
on the other screen. So, bye.